Opie and Anthony are no strangers to scandal. Opie and Anthony on satellite radio.
Apparently, Opie and Anthony are dicks.
Oh, here they go again.
Fun, dopey radio show. Not just any radio show. A radio show that inspires beyond your wildest dreams.
The show was a lot funnier on NEW.
The show's hosts, Anthony Cumia and Greg Opie Hughes.
Controversial team.
6 years without getting fired, a new record for us.
It's just astounding to me. I didn't want to say it's racist, but goddamn.
This show will rock as best as we can possibly do this radio show.
I'm going to go home and whack to a tranny later. There you go, all right?
God, we just lost our demo, man. What's wrong with you?
Is this the last straw for the raunchy radio duo?
The Opie and Anthony Show, the most popular show in the history of satellite radio.
But enough of this palaver. Let's get the show on the road.
Man, Sarah Palin's daughter's hot. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you're digging her?
Yeah.
On Dancing with the Stars?
You didn't think she was hot.
No, I thought she was kind of just average.
She's a bit...
Not bad.
She's
but,
got pudgy cuteness.
Yeah.
But she's losing the weight from all that dancing.
Dancing.
Everyone
She
is
dancing.
Everyone is pissed off, I guess, because she should have been kicked off the show weeks ago.
Yeah.
But because her mommy has a big following.
Oh, they're voting for her mother.
Yeah, they're
That's
basically
it, yeah.
voting for her mother. So there's a lot of controversy, but she's a looker. Look at her dancing. Look at her dancing.
With her gams. She's showing her gams.
Fucking Sarah Palin has a little TV show, and it's
Yeah.
doing blockbuster numbers. 5 million people watched that show on, what is it, TLC?
Blockbuster numbers, eh?
Some network
Ridiculous
passed on it,
numbers.
too. So I forget what network I think passed. What dummies to not understand how good that was going to do.
Yeah, and everyone's saying it's going to lead to her candidacy.
Really?
For president of the United States of America. It's one big political ad.
I hope they don't pull those shenanigans.
I hope
'cause
not either.
It just ain't going to work. It ain't going to work. I mean, whatever.
Yeah.
The mama bears out there, all the mama bears are going to come out and vote for me. Shut up.
And then the dumb environmentalists had to stick their noses in and said, well, she actually was way too close to the bears. She shouldn't be that close to the bears.
She probably was.
Huh?
She probably was. It looked
So?
like she was pretty close in a boat.
If you see bears, you're going to get a little closer, especially if you're in a boat. Certainly they could get at you, but...
It's kind of a big thigh.
you know what? She doesn't look that hot there.
No, it's a weird picture.
Maybe she shouldn't open her mouth and smile.
She's big legs.
Yeah, she does have some big legs.
Oh, I hope she doesn't run.
Yeah, well...
No, they got to, groom some fucking real candidate. Can't have some a goof ticket.
You didn't watch you didn't watch Monday Night Football, did you?
No, I did not.
Michael Vick destroyed the Redskins personally.
Personally?
Yeah, it was him against the fucking Redskins last night.
Yeah.
59-28.
Ooh.
Vick threw for 4 TDs and rushed for 2. He was responsible for everything basically last night. And everyone has forgotten that he used to drown dogs.
Oh,
and
they don't care about the drowning
They don't give a
dog.
shit. Especially Philly. They don't care.
Yeah.
This fucking
Philly
guy
embraces that.
This fucking guy is one of the best players in the NFL. It's got to be acknowledged. Off the field, he's a bad boy, but
Yeah.
he's also a fucking nasty boy on the field too.
A naughty, naughty boy.
59-28.
That's a sound thrashing.
Setting some kind of record. I think there were 4 TDs in the first quarter alone.
Wow.
I think that it's a road record or something. I don't know. That's never been done before. So
I don't know. After our thrilling sports break yesterday morning, I don't believe anything we say.
I think we did well.
What?
I think
had
we
to
did
take
great.
18 phone calls
And
to
they
figure
didn't
out
know
if we were
either.
right or wrong about touchback and a safety.
We're just an extension of the listeners. If they don't know, we don't know.
So you're
I've
saying
never
we're
claimed
idiots?
I've never been claimed to be an expert on the NFL rules. I just like watching a good game. Yes, Travis.
Most points by a
Screw it.
visiting team in the first quarter.
Shut up.
And then I think most points by a visiting team in the half.
You didn't hear me.
And then 50. No, I didn't hear you. And then 59 points is the most points scored by any team on a Monday
The
night
first
game.
quarter stat's not even correct. The other stuff is the first quarter stat's not the first most points.
That was really good acting.
No, it wasn't.
I bought it for a second.
It's so early, though. I'm tired. I can't hold
Yeah,
the face.
you had sleepy lie eyes.
That was
Your
horrible.
lying bedroom eyes.
Oh, that's horrible. Did he stay in the whole game?
I didn't watch the end of it because
Yeah, why would you?
Yeah, came out in the third.
There you go.
You're such a liar. But I'm buying it. I don't care.
I wouldn't have known if there was both teams were shot last night. I would have believed you. Really? Sorry to hear that.
And your dumb Yankees are raising ticket prices.
I heard about that.
What the fuck?
Good.
Enough already.
Good. It's
Enough
a good
already.
team that should raise ticket prices so they can afford
Mr. Lee?
the likes of yes.
Got to pay for that stadium.
Yeah, the stadium
already.
costs a lot. I think it keeps some of the riffraff out too.
Enough.
If us privileged people are able to go see the games,
You went to
the
one game
better.
this year.
They're really only
Two.
raising them like
Oh,
$10.
two?
I went to 2.
Huh?
It's only like $10.
Yeah, but it's only $10 here. It's $5 there.
Yeah, exactly.
Enough already.
What if it's only $10? Why don't they knock it off? Knock down $10.
Well, it's still cheaper than it was in the.
That's horrible logic, Jimmy.
But I'm saying if the team looks at like only $10, well, take $10 off then if it's only $10.
Right.
They never think of it that way.
Of course not.
No, they got to pay for the stadium and you know.
I don't care how much tickets are.
The bought team.
You got to
is
buy
the
Cliff Lee.
Yankees.
How are you going to get Cliff
I know.
Lee?
I don't
Cliff
care
Lee's
if
got to
tickets
be
are-
bought and paid for.
I don't care if there's $1,700 bleacher tickets. I would love that announcement. All right, what are you doing? I've been playing pinstripe here. Well, there you go, dope. Take that, you.
Take that.
You think
exactly?
You think they'll ever get it done where you have to pay to watch your favorite sports team?
Wouldn't surprise me, yeah.
I bet you that's what they want eventually, right?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Although
Where
the
you fucking have
advertisers
to-
don't want it.
Where you have to fucking pay to watch the games. Pay-per-view.
You pretty much do now.
Not really.
You can't get it on regular.
Oh, I see. Through your cable bill and all that.
I mean, if you only have like regular standard cable, you only get like one game a week.
Yeah, you're getting nothing. You have
Yeah,
to.
but who has
have to have,
regular
like, yes.
cable
My
at this
grandparents
time?
did.
Did?
Did.
Some people still have. They
last year.
sent for those stupid digital
Congratulations.
antenna converters.
Didn't you get something out of it?
Oh, something.
Okay, congratulations.
Thank you.
Oh God,
That's one way to look at it.
morbid.
Well, how old were they? Let's.
Oh, grandparents.
My grandmother was like 85 and my grandfather was 90.
See, that's good.
Come on,
That's a celebration.
What happened?
it's over the average.
She died suddenly and he died in the hospital like 6 months
She didn't
later.
die suddenly at 90.
What happened?
That's 30 years of dying.
Right.
What happened? She fell down and
She couldn't get up.
She broke her hip.
No, she fell down because she had like a seizure, and then they found out that she had some like heart condition that they never knew about.
Damn,
In
yo.
her 80s?
Yeah.
Wow.
She made 90.
No, my grandfather was 90.
Oh, sorry.
Wow, if I gave a shit.
Yeah. Well, he got to meet my daughter, so that's all that matters.
Oh, see. Now your daughter's going to see pictures and be like, you met Grandpa like a long...
Great-grandpa.
She won't care. Oh, it was great-grandpa?
Well, it's my grandfather.
Was he okay, Grandpa?
What?
Does he get it? It's,
No.
Shut up, Anthony. Sock.
Yeah.
When you die suddenly in your 80s,
Yeah.
this is kind of common.
80s is nice.
There's a gang initiation.
Can you imagine?
Yeah. She was being beaten into the bloods and something went awry.
She was the getaway driver on a bank job. Cop shot her first.
Died suddenly with a bullet to the head.
When you want to go out that way, though, it's kind of an old Bill Hicks bit, but
Yeah, why not?
go out in a crazy way when you get that old instead of just fucking running away somewhere.
Guns a-blazing.
That's right.
Like fucking Reservoir Dogs, you go out.
At least you didn't rot away, though, Travis. That's good.
Yeah.
You don't want to see a loved one just rot away.
No.
You want to see him go suddenly.
What's the expression? It's better to
Burn out
burn
than
out
fade
than
away?
fade away. It is until you're in fade away age. Then you'd rather fade away. When you're in your 80s, you don't think about how great it is to die young or burn out. You're like, no, I just want to fade away slowly. I want to die old. I want to inconvenience everyone.
Do you want to be a burden?
Oh,
Just a major burden.
I want
on
to
everyone.
spend everything.
If you want to be, you are.
Why? But I thought I was a friend among friends. I'm sorry.
Friends, you're amongst friends, Jimmy.
You're among friends. How was Joy Behar?
Oh, good. Yeah, Joy ruled. I had fun.
Who was the bitch you were sitting next to?
I don't know. She,
And then she was
was,
aggressively trying to get on our show.
Oh,
Go
wow.
away.
Did
On
I
the
have,
air she did?
No, in the green room.
Oh.
She was talking to me, and it's like, oh, yeah, what do you do? I was like, oh, yeah, I do a radio show. And she's like, oh, I have this book. And it's like, okay. yeah, is there any way I could get on tomorrow? And I'm like, well, we're really booked up with guests tomorrow. That's kind of difficult. Okay, do you have a contact number or something? I'm like, yeah, let me look for Travis's number.
Was she pretty?
So no.
No,
So I
she
get
was very
I
wide
get
in
Travis's number.
shoulders.
And I give her Travis's number. She calls her people. You got to call some people, Jules. She calls her people, and she's going, yeah, try to get me on tomorrow. Like I just said, we're booked up, and she's like pushing and pushing. So I'm just laughing that Travis had to deal with the whole thing. But then I hear
What do you mean
tell
Travis had to deal with
Travis,
it? I got 10
passed the
emails
buck.
from Roland.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
yeah,
I heard
see.
What do you mean
Travis
Travis had to
completely
deal with this?
passed the fucking producer buck.
I got a phone
talking
call.
about?
I got a phone call that so-and-so was hanging out with Opie and having a great time.
Yeah,
So-
she said hanging out with Opie.
Yeah, I'm like,
no
what
idea
the
what
fuck
you're
is
talking
this?
She didn't even know who she was with. And now for the blow-off, she thinks you blew her off now.
So, fuck her.
Protects me.
I didn't
care.
like her at all, man. I saw Joy Behar last night, and she came across like a bitch.
Yeah, she was
and
a
then
little,
I was getting
what they
text
call
messages
pushy.
Kind of bitchy.
She was a little stereotypical as far as
Was she wearing
pushy
shoulder
goes.
pads? Like football shoulder pads?
No, those were just called shoulders.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, wait.
Yeah,
I'm so glad we didn't book
wide.
her.
The wide.
And only
Oh no! I just got another email. I'm just reading a Roland email.
Oh, another one?
Yeah, I didn't read this last night. Just rechecking this. Dr. Lillian says she was invited on and wants to stop by for 15 minutes. She can talk about Charlie Sheen. So can I.
How about we get her on?
It's Super Saver Dr.
now you want her on?
Lillian.
I'll give her an interview. Go get her.
No.
Why?
Oh, God, where is that picture taken? In a funhouse? That's a funhouse mirror.
Yeah, she didn't come across
if she's
likable
listening,
at all.
hi. How you doing?
Hello, Dr. Lil.
Hello.
She ain't listening. She doesn't know who's who.
That,
Fuck her.
yeah.
Fuck her.
Fuck her.
And in Who Gives a Shit news, my Islanders fired their coach yesterday. Scott,
Wow,
Scott
why?
Gordon. Why?
Why so
Oh, yeah.
long?
Fucking 10-game losing streak. He's a really good coach. He's just got a fucked up team in front of him. So the team has decided, well, let's get rid of the really good coach.
So he's the head that
and,
rolled
and shake things up.
Everything's going to get better now?
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
want to go too deep into this.
Didn't
'cause
that
no
work
one
for
cares.
Dallas?
Huh?
That worked for Dallas.
1-0.
Oh, great.
1-0 with the
Undefeated.
new coach. With the new skipper.
When you follow a team as a fan, you know that the coach isn't the problem. In this scenario, he's actually not the problem.
No?
No. We got players that are very injured. We got a goalie that's broken. We got another goalie that's old.
Is he pulling the goalie like at the first face-off of the evening?
Yeah.
Is he doing like
See, that would
some
be-
shit like that?
that would be
net
a
in the first
problem.
period?
Yeah.
I think our payroll is the lowest in the league, so we don't. It's not his
How is it
fucking
any New York
problem.
team in any sport the lowest in of any team? Like I'm stunned by that.
Yeah, I don't know how that works, but I mean they spend so much money on DiPietro that I don't know.
There's not
I don't
that
know.
much
I don't know
left.
how the finances work, but we certainly have room to buy some players, and we're just not really doing it.
Are you chipping in up?
I'm part of the team
Oh,
at this
right.
point. I might as well be. They should just let the team fucking leave. Just let them go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's. The dream is over.
Where would they go?
Supposedly Kansas City. They'll let
They've
Kansas
been
City have
saying
the
that
Islanders
for a while.
I'll fucking pick a new team.
Kansas
I don't
City
care.
really wants a team.
Do they have to change the name?
Probably.
Kansas City Islanders is stupid.
Oh no! I hope they change it and just let the Islanders just fade away, man. Fade away.
away.
They're slowly fading away instead of just chopping their heads off.
Like the Whalers did.
And then like to
the
get
Hartford Whalers.
then to get people
gone.
then to get people to Coliseum, they drag out some fucking old player that won a Stanley Cup in like 1981.
Is that going to do it? Who was it?
It gets they've done it for which
Bossy.
They've
They
done
bring
it.
out Bossy.
They've done it with every player,
Yeah.
and now they're going around and starting over again.
LaFontaine.
Well, he never won a Stanley Cup.
No, he was just after, right?
and he loves my brother's gumbo.
Really?
He wants to be.
He likes the gumbo.
He wants to be friends with my brother. My brother doesn't have time for him.
Jesus Christ.
He keeps calling
An
like
Islander, for fuck's sake.
he keeps calling. He's like, "Hey, you want to go fishing?" And Brett's like, "Look, man, I'm working my balls off here. I'm working 80 hours a week. I can't go fishing with you."
Oh, what about Smitty?
Schmitty?
Yeah.
I don't know where
What
Schmitty
about
is.
Schmitty?
I know Clark Gillies comes to the restaurant. a lot, too.
Gillies.
But now whatever.
And what about what's his name? Who was the guy with no helmet and the blonde hair?
Nystrom.
Bobby Nye.
Most of them had no fucking helmets.
I know, back in those days.
That's how long ago it was when the Islanders were good. They weren't wearing helmets.
Who was the Ranger? I know. Who was the Ranger with the long
Duguay.
hair? Ron Duguay. Ron Duguay. Remember the Jordache commercials?
Of course.
They had with fucking all the Rangers.
Of course.
And they were skating in their Jordache jeans.
What a horrible name to have, Ron Duguay.
Who is it? Phil Esposito?
Phil Esposito, he was the old guy.
Yeah, he was the old guy, but he was in the Jordache jeans too, skating around.
With his square ass. with his I'm old square ass.
With his old man ass in those Jordache jeans. The Jordache look.
God,
and they were all skating around.
The young guys around here looking at us like, what are you talking about?
That was what they did, and it was without helmets, for God's sake.
You just mentioned Jordache jeans. Fuck.
Jordache. I used to like how the girls looked in Jordache jeans.
There it is.
Oh, my God. Turn up the sound.
All right, can you start
over?
over?
My God, yeah, start. Look at this shit.
Esposito had...
This is horrible.
Fucking Phil Esposito.
Sassoon, excuse me.
Ooh la la.
They should just...
I only know Duguay and Esposito in this spot. Who are the other two players? Anyone? It was a very famous commercial.
Yep. Chet Bird.
This is so gay.
Macy's and Bambergers.
It's available at your local Bambergers. Is Bambergers even around anymore?
I certainly hope not. They fired my mother.
Ted's mom worked at Bambergers.
She certainly did. She was fired.
What department?
They said she was built for Sasson jeans.
Sasson.
You know what? You would get the knockoffs though.
Yeah,
and they would be called Sassons.
Sasson.
You wouldn't notice there was an O missing.
Wow, Sassoon jeans.
Yeah.
Fuck.
I thought
That's
it
like
was
what,
Jordache.
84, 85?
Jordache has the look that's right.
79.
Was that 79? Jesus
the fuck?
Christ.
I was too young to remember that.
Me too.
I was listening to the Tupac song with Dr. Dre from 1995, and they're referencing Sassoon jeans as
Really?
an old. It's like a really old rap song referencing Sassoon as a really old reference.
Oh, no kidding.
Wow.
Yeah.
So Sassoons are very old.
Oh, they're finished. They've been finished.
Yeah.
I'm on the market for a new hockey team. Taking a peek at the Flyers. Might take a little peek at the Rangers because they play right here in Manhattan. It would make it very easy to go to games.
You looking for a bandwagon?
I kind of
hop aboard.
I might as well. That's what the players do. So why can't fans do that?
Yeah.
I'm just about done. I got tickets for the Islanders tomorrow. I'm just giving away. I don't know how I do it, but I'm just handing them to somebody.
Are people just like, no thanks?
I don't know.
Nah, no thanks.
I got 4 solid tickets, very low to the ice. I'm not going.
Yeah.
Not going tomorrow. I'm not going anytime soon.
Maybe they'll let you play.
Probably.
If you
Watch how
so many skills.
Watch how few people are there tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah, people have just completely had it.
No one cares.
I'm going to throw duty on the ice.
Duty?
Yeah, I want to throw a bag of duty on the ice.
Like
to show my disdain.
Like they throw the octopus on the ice in Detroit, is it?
What would happen? Would I just spend one night in jail? That'd be worth it. More?
Couple nights. Yeah, throwing shit is probably a health hazard, public health hazard.
What if it's in a baggie?
Might be they'd arrest you for.
I actually had a dream about this.
A baggie of shit?
I'm working out in my head how I could get away with this.
What was your dream?
That I threw a bag of shit on the ice in a baggie. I'm not even joking.
I know you're not. It has nothing to do
And
with
I figure-
hockey, by the way, your dream.
No, that's
what are
let's
you
analyze
getting
that
at?
dream. Throwing a bag of shit. Let's see. The ice represents management.
Yeah, exactly.
Or shit represents privacy and throwing your privacy out there. I don't know.
Oh,
It
wow.
represents something.
I'm a sports fan.
No one dreams about throwing duty on ice in front of an arena full of people and meaning it.
I just want it to hurt.
It was after one player scored 3 goals and everyone's got shit on their head and they just throw it onto the ice. A shit trick.
You don't have to analyze this. I just want it to hurt.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, anyone could throw anything on the ice. You could throw your
Right.
plastic fucking beer bottle on the ice. They
Doesn't
just pick it
matter.
up. Who cares?
comes
But a
skating
bag
out.
of shit makes it hurt. They actually have to stuff the gate. Everyone's confused as they're scraping the shit that's remaining off the ice.
I believe that is fecal matter that has been tossed on the ice. Hope this doesn't become a trend.
Yeah, especially if they leave it there, the ice. It's gonna begin to crystallize. The crystallized fecal matter could get caught up and cause reticulitis. That's if it gets caught in your skin cells, called sarcoma. You have some seepage.
Seepage.
So you had a baggie with some ice and a bag with shit and you just threw it on the ice.
Oh yeah, I want everyone to be very confused by what happened. Like they have to explain it.
That'd be great.
Something was thrown on the ice.
It over and just makes a thin layer of shit over the entire rink.
I fucking had it, man. Long time suffering fan. Just watching this team, as Jimmy said earlier, fade away. Just slowly fading away with a shitty owner, a fucking guy that never should have been the GM to begin with, an old goalie that went out with Jill Nicolini, is fucking the GM of the Islanders. No experience in that field whatsoever. And then they do have a pretty good coach, and they're fucking firing him because the team just isn't doing anything this year.
No.
It's ridiculous.
It's the worst, though, when a team just mails it in. You're like, what the fuck?
Well, I know the guy. I mean, the team is young and they're skating hard, but it's the organization. It's not the players' fault.
And it's just pretty much done now for the whole season. Like, they're not going to do anything that's going to re-energize the fans and make them show up. They're not going to play to an empty fucking arena.
Every year I get a stack of tickets for the year, right? And with all the horseshit that's been going on, I opened up my desk and I pulled out my stack of Islander tickets. I'm like, there's way too many games left for this season to be over.
Yeah.
If you had maybe a thin pile left,
it's like,
you'd be like, whatever. It was a good year. I got to bring people to the game. It was fun. This stack is so thick, and I know the season's over.
You have a giant loser stack of tickets.
It's a complete waste of time.
Yeah.
Fuck. It was Don Maloney, Anthony, and I don't know this guy.
Oh, Don Maloney.
And Hedberg.
Mitch
Hedberg was on the ice.
Hedberg was actually
he was a Ranger before he went into
I used to play hockey.
comedy.
I still do, but I used to too. That's a funny joke.
That really
I used
is,
to do drugs. I still do, but I used to
But
too.
I used to too.
That son of a bitch was funny.
He was a funny guy, man.
What a creative, funny fucking joke that I never would have thought of.
Was it Johan Hedberg?
Andres
Somebody
or
saying
Andre?
that?
I don't know.
It's Eric from Ohio. What does he know?
Andres or Andre?
If it's not Johan, you're bounced.
I don't know. This guy's saying. Hold on.
Of course.
Why don't we just ask this fuck? Serge in Bayshore, what's up?
What's up, guys? How's it going?
Pretty good, brother.
Yeah, it was Anders Hedberg. Him and Ulf Nielsen came in at the same time. They were like one of the first two foreigners coming to the country and playing in the NHL. Because the NHL years ago was all Canadians and half Americans. And then you never heard of the Russians coming in, and then all of a sudden...
No, we didn't want them.
So he was one of the first foreign players, obviously outside Canada?
Well, one of them. I mean, obviously they had Borje Salming, who played defense for the Toronto Maple Leafs back then. But a lot of the times, you knew the players' names. Now you can't even identify with the players. That's another big problem with hockey. You don't know how to freaking say the guy's name.
My favorite part of going to a hockey game, let's say the Islanders play the Canadians, and it's a home game, so it's on U.S. soil. It's at the Nassau Coliseum. It's the Islanders' home rink. And they play the Canadian national anthem, and the entire place boos. And I sit there like, you idiot, every fucking player. You're just insulting every player, including your guys.
On your own team.
Half your team is like, has the pride of listening to their national anthem.
Yeah.
Right. And with Montreal, you got to figure the Canadians are like the Yankees of hockey. I mean, they've won so many cups.
Yep.
So that's why, they're in a different realm. But the worst, I got to tell you, Opie, you're a big Islander fan. Worst 4 years of my life was 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th grade as a New York Ranger fan. The Islanders won the cup every freaking year, and I had to deal with that.
That was a great little dynasty they had there.
You do realize that's 25 years ago now, right?
Is it? I thought
Something
it was longer.
like that.
Well, once we won our cup, the Rangers in '94, I could care less. Now I'm fine. I don't care.
Yeah, but think of that. The Rangers.
I know, the Rangers.
It feels like yesterday the Rangers won the Stanley Cup. That's already, 16 years ago?
Yeah, I know.
Holy shit.
I still remember there was this guy, John, who was a big fan of Otto and George. He used to come to all the gigs, and he was a massive Ranger fan. That's how long ago that was. Wow.
16 years ago.
And I remember Otto telling me how happy John was that the Rangers won that he cried because they hadn't won it so many years. I can't believe that was fucking 16 years ago.
What? How they went 50 years or something without a cup.
Yeah, it was like, but Anthony, I'm surprised you're not a big hockey fan with the discoloration in the sport. There's not many of them.
Yeah, it's a very white sport. Anthony.
Is that the
you really should
prerequisite
get into it.
for me enjoying a sport?
You should get into it. It's always
the reason why the blacks don't like it is because the black thing's the only thing getting hit in that game.
What's that, sir?
Yeah,
Sir, what was that? I didn't hear you.
Jimmy was on his laptop.
No, I'm not going for that.
Yeah.
Not last night, boys. All right, guys, punch it out.
Oh, God. What was that? Again.
I was born at night, but not last night. Sir.
That's even worse than actually doing it.
Turnip truck. What?
These guys get a million of them.
Yeah. He was a hoot.
What's wrong with this guy? How do you know you were born at night? You fell out. It was just vagina and placenta.
No windows.
There's no windows. It's the operating room lights. What do you think the doctor did? Put his Timex on you? You don't know when you were born. He was probably born early morning, but it wouldn't sound right.
He's sure it wasn't last night.
I was born early morning, but who would think it was last night?
Yeah. I was born at night, but not last night. Oh, Uncle Paul.
I've never talked to an 11-hour-old thing. You wouldn't know about hockey.
No.
All right, enough about the dumb hockey. Obviously, that doesn't go a long way. Hey, Apple, big announcement. Finally, carrying the Beatles catalog?
Yeah, iTunes. I guess you're going to be able to download the Beatles.
Do they have some kind of clever Apple Beatles thing happening?
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure the stock will fucking skyrocket today because of this.
What was the holdup on that? Yoko needed more money or something?
I don't know if it was Yoko or
they were waiting to see if
making a deal.
They were waiting to see if digital downloads was going to be a thing or something.
Probably some kind of negotiation.
Could be publishers too. It's always weird shit with that stuff.
Yeah.
AC/DC is still not. Me and my manager were talking about that. It's a terrible move because they're really antiquated when it comes to being online. It's like I guess they don't want to get ripped off or they want to control it or make all the money. But it's like when you want something bad enough, I'm willing to buy it. But if you can't get it, people today can go out and just steal it. It's so easy. Because my friend has a copy of Thunderstruck. It's an example, and he goes, "Dude, I wanted to buy this. I wanted to buy the song, but they're not on iTunes, so I just went and got it off LimeWire." That's what people do.
Why aren't they just on?
Because they're dumb. They probably think they're going to make more on their own.
Why weren't the Beatles on before now? You do make money, right?
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe somebody knows. I don't.
It's got to be.
Huh?
They got to fucking make cash on that.
Yeah, but so now you can finally get Beatles songs. They should have been getting Beatles songs for the last 10 years. What do you know on this, Travis?
I just know that ever since, digital music has been around, EMI, who owns the Beatles catalog, has been trying to figure out something with Apple. But, Apple and the way that Steve Jobs works, they want what they want, and I'm sure EMI and Paul McCartney and Ringo Starr now, they want what they want. So it's just been kind of like 10 years.
What about John and George?
Well, yeah, I mean, Yoko and George Harrison's.
They have to put the pen in their little skeleton fingers, have them sign.
Who gets George's money?
George gets pudding all over the contract.
His wife, I think.
From his head, get it?
I didn't, but I'm glad you clarified.
Pudding.
So it's just been like 10 years of
I wonder who won
something
that
out.
battle.
I don't know.
What do you mean?
Meaning, did
who got what they wanted?
One of them must have
the
budged.
Beatles obviously won.
You think?
They didn't need the money.
I don't know. Steve Jobs, he don't take no guff.
Well, they don't need the money, but their record label needs the money.
The Beatles won. Come on. They held out until they got a deal they were very happy with.
But who cares?
That's my guess.
Without iTunes, by the way, the Beatles are still the
Massive.
biggest selling artists of the decade.
Right.
Eminem was second since 2000. The Beatles were the biggest selling of the decade.
Fuck is that? It's just amazing. They haven't even been a band for 40 fucking years.
Yeah, about 40 years. Yeah.
So what do you think? Who do you think won? I could actually find out. I could ask somebody who knows the
I
Beatles.
would bet money. I would bet money the Beatles
You know
won.
people that know the Beatles?
Yeah, probably the Beatles, because the Beatles
in
the
the
Beatles
end-
need iTunes less than iTunes needs the Beatles.
Exactly. This is a big win for Apple, so.
Wait, the Beatles needs iTunes?
Less.
Yeah,
They
way
don't-
less.
They don't
Yeah,
need
they're gonna
iTunes to sell records.
They sell fucking huge
Like you
amounts
just
of
said,
records,
if you're doing
there
numbers
it
like
is on
that.
the news. Look, every time we talk about something, it pops up on the news. They're amazing.
You think they're listening?
Yes!
Rampant speculation. What's the speculation?
It's not confirmed.
This morning said,
it's-
oh.
There's an announcement.
How about the news announces it, you dopes?
Plus, Apple will re-release. The Beatles will re-release their fucking catalog. They just re-released their catalog. I went out and bought one
last year. I bought it too.
But you know how many people download that shit?
Yes, I do actually. I have figures.
Yeah. You asshole.
Hey, what other bands aren't on iTunes? AC/DC's not on iTunes?
AC/DC's not. Ace of Base. No, I don't know actually. I know AC/DC, and we were both amazed at what a bad move that is. Because I wanted to buy AC/DC's catalog base. I would have bought everything they had. I was in an AC/DC mood.
How great is AC/DC?
It's like the Who. I don't love the Who, as you know, but I had that craving like those couple days. I just went and bought fucking 70 Who songs.
Oh shit!
Wow,
a bunch of albums.
What's your favorite Who?
Who knows? I didn't listen to them.
You like
They didn't do. Yeah.
The one you were playing that you used to think applied to you.
Oh, Blue Eyes.
It's a good tune though. So that made
Behind
me
Blue Eyes.
Yeah, I can just picture you walking with the wind in your hair, thinking
That's
that.
favorite.
But it's a good tune, so I went and bought. Maybe buy.
You check out Naked Eye yet?
Well, I'm probably sure I did.
A little more obscure, but cool song.
But I mean, I never would have went out and actually just bought them.
What about Eminence Front?
Yeah, I was never a huge fan.
With Roger D playing guitar on that one.
Roger D.
Real
You gonna go
hard.
see him live next year?
The Who?
Yeah.
They retired decades ago.
No,
Travis.
they're touring again next year.
I was there.
Nope.
I was at their
With John
farewell tour.
Entwistle's skeleton hands playing
Yes.
bass. So you get it because he's dead.
Oh, I was actually going to go, but I'm supposed to interview Keith Moon. I don't know what's going to happen with that.
Yeah. Should be a good interview.
How do you not like this song?
It's okay.
The video was so cool because like the limo pulls backstage.
I don't remember that.
And they're just getting out of the limo when the song kicks in. And then like Roger Daltrey's just kind of walking backstage. It was just like, they're rock stars, them motherfuckers.
Yeah, this is a great.
That was before they just looked like old vicars.
I think this was the last great Who song too, right?
Yeah, yeah.
This
one, like,
did they come
rocked.
out with anything after this that people would know and like just as much?
What year is this? 83 maybe?
Rough Boys?
Early 80s. That was a solo fucking song.
Of course it was by the faggot himself.
By Mr. Townsend, who was just doing research.
And who was the obnoxious drummer they had
Kenny,
back then?
was it, oh, fuck.
Like Roger Daltrey. He was
Jones?
a man.
Oh.
Yeah. Look at that Who sound check. How cool would that be to watch?
Oh, this is actually not a bad video. It's just them actually walking.
Yeah, just fucking setting up.
Yeah, they're not trying to get anything done. They're just like, hey, this is us setting up for a concert.
Spinal Tap.
Play our stupid Eminence Front while we walk around.
Cool. I like the fact the intros. I wish the intro was a little longer.
Why are they getting out?
Young fucking
Pete Townsend is. And why is he getting out of a shitty van?
Looks so fucking young. Kenny's driving. All right, Pete.
Yeah.
This way.
Yeah. I have your Lactaid in the dressing room.
Look at this guy. Pete just wants to punch this guy in the face and walked up to him.
Guy's trying to give lyrical suggestions.
Talking, spitting donut out at him.
Yeah.
He's just all mad. And that was like right when Roger Daltrey cut his hair. So people were looking at him all
deal,
weird.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh.
Fucking Pete Townsend is young.
It's amazing how
And
he
already
got
was
old
old
over
there.
fucking night.
Right.
You got Entwistle?
He looks like a kid.
Well, look, if you think they're going to catch you for some things on your computer, you'll go gray overnight, too.
Yeah, that's true. This is
How
pre-internet.
the fuck did he get away with
The
that?
second computers were made available to the public, he turned gray overnight. Fuck, I think I could get in trouble for this
Yeah.
shit.
Looking over his back every night.
The second he realized you could trace things that were actually file traded.
Right.
Oh, boy. I didn't know that.
He fucking went white.
Must tell Gary Glitter to stop fucking emailing me.
Yeah. The guy just keeps sending me naughty music and pictures and stuff.
That's a good impression, that shit.
Thanks.
Oh, Dylan refuses to sign with Apple as well.
Yeah?
Stupid Dylan.
Who cares?
I wonder if they.
Although his radio hour on XM is great.
What do these guys want?
Great show.
I wonder if they just want to give up less of their money that Apple wants.
It also might have something to do with changing times.
What
Like
year was
the
this
Beatles?
song?
You know, they resisted for a long time to put their stuff on CD.
Dylan's aware. It's probably a
No, I know
tough
that they're
negotiation.
aware, but you know,
is what it comes down to.
Do you think that they know it's just how big they are, and it's a big news story when they eventually do it? Like the Beatles.
This is a huge news story because it's taken 10 years.
10 years to get them on.
They negotiated for 10 years.
Around that, yeah. I mean, how long has iTunes been out?
11.
Okay, so 11 years.
I don't know.
It really is a genius fucking thing, iTunes.
But I mean, if you have a CD, you just rip it in iTunes. Like,
Guys,
I already have all my Beatles.
Another
on
band
my
that's not on
iPod.
iTunes that bothers a lot of people.
Yeah.
Kid Rock.
Kid Rock.
Is she not on iTunes?
What is
do?
he thinking? Get your stupid songs on
What
iTunes.
the fuck is that about?
You're not the Beatles. You're Kid Rock.
You don't think it's going to be a big announcement when Kid Rock
No.
signs that? No?
Travis is
I
right,
like
though.
the
You just
Beatles.
rip it into iTunes, the CDs you have.
Yeah.
You don't need to.
Right.
So, like, for a
I'm
lot
not
of...
putting new shit out.
It's not a big deal.
It's not.
No.
It's not hard.
We know Keith Moon was the drummer of the Who. Who was the guy afterwards?
Oh my
was
God,
it,
dummy!
Was it Kenny Jones
It
or
was
something
someone
like that?
Kenny Jones. Yeah,
I forgot his
something
fucking
like
name.
that. Yeah.
That was their last big hit, though.
It was, right?
Yeah, it was off their last studio album.
Wow, that's it. That's how they went out.
20.
And then they kind of just
years ago or
started
something
putting
like
out
that.
kind of mediocre shit after that.
That's crazy.
Nah, there has to be one more.
No, that was it. They had You Better You Bet in 81, and that was 82.
Huh.
You better, you bet.
That was
It's a good
a
song.
little,
You don't like that one?
Better
I like
you,
that one.
Better
Nah,
you
that's-
bet.
It's a good one.
That's
It's not a good one.
It's a little too poppy.
It's still
You better, you bet. That's okay.
Can we hear a little
That's
you
it.
better, you better, you bet, bet, bet?
Come on, Sex Bagel.
Yeah.
Come on, E-Rock.
Cue it-
Fucking
cue it
take
up,
back that,
Sex.
that signed book I gave you and throw it.
Oh, there you go.
Ugh.
That's a good song.
I
Come
can't even
on.
look at
Fucking
you.
blows.
Yeah.
Can't even look at you.
This is a little. But then it starts
Maybe
like
not this
rocking.
part. You know.
With drums kick it in. The drums do kick it in.
Yeah.
Come on. Right?
No, not really.
You're not digging on
No.
You better, you better, you bet. Here it comes. Watch though. It rocks right now.
Very Rocky Horror.
Yeah, you know what?
yeah,
this
yeah.
part is actually okay.
Yeah. See?
All right, fade this
I
out.
wasn't going to lie
Nah,
to you.
keep playing.
Hey, did Roland get his picture with Bruce Springsteen yesterday?
Oh, shit.
Why not?
Apparently, it was very tight security.
No, why
Oh,
not?
God, he's his,
I don't know.
he's
We'll
his
have to ask
biggest
Roland.
fan.
I know.
Literally.
Did he
and
get to go to see him though?
He did go,
But
yes.
the company didn't do the right thing and get a picture for him?
I do not
I heard
think
other
so.
people getting pictures, so why didn't Roland get a picture?
I'm
we'll
also
have to ask
guessing that
Roland.
meant Jimmy did not get his picture signed.
Oh, I don't know.
Here comes
What?
Roland.
I don't know.
I think he's
Oh,
wearing a Bruce Springsteen
shit.
shirt today.
Well, of course he is.
hasn't
Fucking
got-
obsessed creep. Look at him. What a ghoul.
Why is it?
Oh, my God.
Yeah, get Roland's theme going.
Oh yeah, Butcher.
Hey, Roland.
Hi, buddy.
How was Springsteen last night?
It was awesome, though. He went in the fishbowl and talked for 2 hours.
What?
He was at Sirius XM, obviously,
Yeah.
and you got to go.
Yeah, I got to
Even
go.
though
He
they
talked for 2 hours?
Yes.
That's what he
could
does.
say? Shut up.
What was
Play
he talking
your fucking
about?
hits. Ooh, I'm sorry, Roland.
Roland is standing.
He's hissing at me.
Where were you standing?
Ross and Bladder was very nice. They put me up close. I was able to see him talk to March and everything.
Were you outside the fishbowl?
Yeah, that's outside the
But you
fishbowl.
got a good view?
Yeah,
That's nice.
They were blasting it super loud.
Wait, they wouldn't
so-
even let you in the fishbowl with.
It was
this-
only contest winners though, so which was fine.
You just put him in the
Contest winners,
back.
you're a fucking guy. You work here.
Yeah, then he
Contest
just
schmontest.
Why do they treat the employees like shit?
Were they thinking that there's too many Bruce fans here, and if they put you in, that they would have to, what are they going to
yeah.
do?
There was a lot of other people outside the fishbowl.
There's
like
no,
Bruce
but
fans.
this.
No, but I was very happy.
You were very happy, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Roland, I'm going to talk for you. You don't have to say anything. You're not. Your job's safe. Mine probably isn't because you got to do the right thing. It's ridiculous. Roland is probably the biggest Bruce Springsteen fan in the world. We're not talking about, oh, here's a band we kind of like. Can I be in the fishbowl and kind of? You're talking about the biggest Uber fan. You put him in the back, and no one's going to notice in the end. You make a special.
They probably just saw like Mark David Chapman all over him.
Of course.
Decided to keep him the fuck away.
Well,
It's got
so
that
to be
grief.
fair to everybody was dressed up nicely. I was the only one that had Bruce on my T-shirt.
Yeah,
Bruce or Bruce.
Bruce.
But I bet you he would be. A guy like Bruce would be happy to see this guy before anybody else.
Yeah,
so they sort of took care of you. You were outside the fishbowl.
Outside the fishbowl, saw it, and then
Yeah, well,
he only signed autographs and photos just for the winners. And then he was.
And they couldn't sneak in there and say,
None of the
"Here's
losers?
another winner." Bruce
it
would have
was-
never known, and no one would have cared, and they would have taken care of a hardworking employee.
No, I understand that because Secure was tied in for Bruce. They wanted everything to
Why did
flow.
they just say that you were a hard-working blue-collar guy from Jersey?
Because
Would he have signed it?
Maybe then you would have gone, whoa, whoa, whoa,
Yeah.
whoa, whoa.
I'll sign something because he's from Jersey.
So you sort of saw him perform through the
Yeah.
eight
Well, he really
the
performed.
12-inch glass.
He just did he strummed his guitar while he talked.
Was that as close as you've ever been to him, like for
no,
while he was doing something like that?
No, at the comedy festival.
And what did he play as far as like popular hit shit goes?
Nothing like that.
He
It did,
played
rare.
nothing.
No, it's just like he did.
Wait. He had a fucking guitar.
Yes.
And for 2 hours he strummed it and spoke.
Well, he did someone goes, isn't one of your songs has Thunder Road in it twice? Then he played a few lines of it. And then I was like this.
He
no
didn't
tears.
play a fucking song?
No.
He didn't play one fucking song?
No, but it was awesome though.
No, it wasn't awesome.
It was because he talked about
It's
the darkest
a
album.
cock tease.
What? He should have played one song.
He should have fucking played one goddamn song.
Well, I know.
Was
they're-
the E Street Band there?
No, just
No,
him.
It was
just
just
him and a guitar.
Bruce and a guitar.
Which would have made it very special.
It would have been amazingly special
was
if he would have
talking.
played something.
He was being interviewed, right? It was a big interview.
It was like a
Then why have a
call-in.
guitar?
Well, they had some fan questions. Then the fans asked a question.
Into this tunnel of love. And he could have like strummed his guitar.
Well, he
and-
can't do that one solo, silly.
Why?
Because he doesn't do that one solo.
But he can.
But he can.
It's
He's
called
Bruce
Unplugged.
Springsteen, right.
You fucking adapt.
Right.
You improvise. You fucking.
What was the longest he played for? Like 30 seconds?
Probably 40.
How annoying that he's there with a fucking guitar, not doing what Bruce Springsteen should be doing.
Well, like first
no one wants to hear him talk.
When he started doing the Promised Land, everybody got really quiet. He goes,
Why would-
And then all of a sudden he goes.
What was that about?
Oh, what a douche.
What was it about?
To promote his box set.
No,
which
no,
comes
I
out
get
today.
all that, but what is that about that he didn't want to play entire songs?
I don't know. He's doing,
There's something there.
It was an interview, right? It was those are hardcore fans, man. 20 people to listen to an interview right
Then
there.
You
don't
play
have a guitar.
song.
Well, he always has it in the interview. He strums it.
What a douche. Ew.
They were all set up for him to play, and he's got the guitar. You play a song.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about a complete acoustic set, but
Figure out a
you
song
play something
that he could do acoustically. You name it. You're fucking Mr. Springsteen. What song would
No,
he have
he
been
would
able
go
to
deep.
do?
This guy would go deep.
Like that people would know that he could just do solo with a guitar and his voice.
Born to Run, he could do acoustic.
Born to Run.
okay, there you
oh,
go.
gee, no
Perfect.
one knows that song.
Well, he does that acoustically sometimes in concert.
See, he could have done it.
Why wouldn't he?
But it's
why
funny.
didn't he
Well, the
play?
only funny part was when he was playing. He goes, "What's this song? The Promised Land." Then David Marsh flipped to the book and couldn't find it. He goes, never mind. Next question.
He doesn't even know the words of his songs.
Oh,
Well, I think he just like a reminder, refresher.
what's wrong with him?
He's awesome.
No, he's not. That's not awesome. That's a disappointment for everyone that was in that room.
Were you disappointed or you were fucking happy
Oh,
just
I
to
was
be there?
beyond happy
Oh,
to
he's
hear
happy
his
to
stories.
just see him.
Yeah, but
Hear his stories. What kind of stories? Why don't you tell us a little story he told yesterday that is interesting?
And look at Bruce topless on the beach.
Yeah.
While you tell it.
He said his album's out today. You can go buy it.
Oh, great! So he plugged his album.
Why didn't he play one song from the album to get everyone pumped?
Well, he just talked about the Darkness Sessions, how he wrote it when he was broke, and how he met Clarence.
How did he meet Clarence? Waiting tables.
So he, told that story for the 100th time instead of playing an acoustic song.
But I remember that story. He told it differently though this time.
Why does everything have to be so complicated? You get Bruce up here, he's not going to play an acoustic song. You got the biggest Bruce Springsteen fan. You can't do the right thing and completely
can't
take
get
care of
in.
him, get a picture with him and Bruce, even though everyone else was getting pictures. Everything's so complicated always.
Oh,
He's on Fallon tonight. He's doing The Promise. That was a good song.
When I was riding
Why
Born
don't you
in
call
the
Fallon?
USA.
Maybe he'll get a picture for it.
That one is like they got over like thousands of requests.
Oh, of course they do.
And
right?
Lauren.
Yeah, but you're
has-
Roland.
I know, but Lauren has control of the tickets, so. It's in-
All he wants is a picture with Bruce
He'll get one.
Springsteen.
I actually I texted my
I love how you
agent
say-
and my manager.
Yeah.
But I heard back from neither one of them, those shitbag, no connected idiots.
I
I
love,
think
I love how you say he'll get one. His opportunity was yesterday.
It's gone.
And all they had to do down the hall is go, yeah, you make believe you're a fan, get in line, no problem. No one will ever know in the end. But they have to just micromanage everything.
Yeah, he
and
hugged this
sort of
woman.
take care of Roland.
He hugged this woman and he gave her a kiss. I was like, I'm not gay, but I was jealous. I was like, ooh.
I agree with half of that.
Oh, God.
Did you get to see him outside the fishbowl?
Yeah, I got to see him outside the fishbowl. He was walking around.
How much were you dying when other people were getting pictures and you weren't allowed?
Yeah.
You weren't allowed because you worked for SiriusXM. It's just
That's pretty much it.
I
That's
wasn't-
why you aren't
I
allowed.
wasn't sad. It just my soul cried.
Your soul cried. His soul cried.
I understand you can't line up employees every time someone's here. I
Yeah.
get that part of it, but there's also the other side where you're talking about a guy that is the biggest fucking fan ever.
Yeah, yeah.
So you make little exceptions, right?
Yeah.
Do you think he saw you at all? Because you're a recognizable guy, dude.
Well, yeah, well, there's just like
Not
a lot
for
of people.
Bruce.
Basically, like every time he stood, every second they like troubled people to take a picture and autograph.
Yeah.
Then once he was done, he signed the wall.
Do you got to work overtime for free now that they took care of you last night?
I don't know.
Oh, wait.
It's a shame he doesn't have a photo. I wonder if the photo I've taken with Bruce.
Yes.
That wasn't
In
signed.
the elevator?
No, it didn't get signed? I wasn't sure if it would have.
Oh, shit. You couldn't even
boy.
get that done for the poor motherfucker?
No, it was just like he only signed for the contest winners.
Why?
How many
why
contest
not
winners were there?
hand,
21.
Why
So-
not hand the picture to a contest winner
This is
and go,
nonsense.
could you have that signed?
Because they're like me, they're selfish pricks. They just wanted their own things.
Wait.
I gave
he
it-
was
I
only
gave it-
signing one thing per contest winner?
It's nonsense.
It would have been so easy to give one of the contest
Roland-
winners and
Roland's-
say, this is for Jimmy Norton. Just go up there.
No,
and
not the
do it.
contest winner, but
The contest winners had like 2 things for him to sign.
Roland, can I ask you something? If the company said just get in line and make believe you're a listener, no one would have noticed, right? Who would have noticed in the end? And so instead of 21 pictures, they take 22
Yeah.
and then take care of you.
Yeah, but I was happy that they put me there, that I could see Bruce. So.
Yeah, because that was even a struggle, by the way. That was a lot of back and forth, getting Roland to even watch his hero from behind the 12-inch glass.
Yeah.
But I was very happy, though, to see him, though.
I just wish we could go back to the old days where everything wasn't so complicated.
I remember when. So I have a photo with the guy. They wouldn't. And Liam told me we probably can't do it. It was not Liam. He has to go up the ladder. It had nothing to do with him up the ladder.
Yeah.
But I knew it wouldn't get done. I'm not surprised it didn't get done.
Yeah.
Why?
Because everything was stickered, though. So I was like,
They could have said this is a guy. He's one of our on-air guys.
Right. He runs the fucking Springsteen channel for you. There's
Well,
ways
just
to
say he's an on-air guy.
There's
He's
ways
met
of
you.
getting things done if you want to really
He's-
take care of the
he's-
people that work for you.
He's selling a fucking album. They got a Springsteen channel on the fucking platform.
Oh, it's
The
not
guy
past the
should
fact
be-
that he didn't play.
The guy should be fucking like kissing ass, to tell you the truth.
well, the album box set, it's 120 for the DVD, like 140 for the Blu-ray. It's like an expensive box set.
No shit.
Yeah.
And they got a channel here where they're promoting it and everything, and he comes in, doesn't play music, doesn't let one of his like biggest little fans meet him.
No,
or,
that
or
had
sign
nothing about
anything.
Bruce.
And
That was
fucking-
management.
That's not Bruce.
But that
None of it's Bruce. Guaranteed.
Right.
The one time I interacted with him, he was great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's not squeamish about fans. It ain't Bruce.
Management decided that Roland should not get a picture of Bruce Springsteen, and that is infuriating to me.
Really?
I can't even
Management.
tell you how much that bothers me.
That's
But
crazy.
whatever.
Yeah, but
and
he was-
then Bruce should have played. I don't know who's
that
responsible
should've
for
played.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, he was good. The contest winners.
No, he wasn't good.
He hugged
He
them
didn't
all.
play.
He was good, but it
Handshake
could have been
hands.
better.
I mean,
And
if
your
he plays-
experience could have been way better. You could have finally got your Bruce Springsteen picture.
Play a goddamn
Well,
song.
if he played one song, I would have been. Woo.
One song would have been fine if he's going to like just do an interview. But to not play one fucking acoustic song, that's dog
See,
shit.
this is an Ozzy situation. Like, if Ozzy was here and was in the same situation where he was only going to sign and take pictures with fans, the company, knowing that Jimmy is a massive Ozzy fan,
yeah.
should just do the right thing and get Jimmy a picture with Ozzy. This is what happened to poor Roland.
Liam is great. He does whatever he can.
It has
but
nothing to do with
nothing
Liam
to do
either.
with him.
I'm not blaming Liam.
No. What
either.
I'm saying
It's
is,
the guys down the hall decided that Roland, because he's an employee, should not get a picture with
when
Bruce
I had
Springsteen.
my
That's
Jeter
ridiculous.
photo, when Jeter was here, they wouldn't get that signed either. It's like when you have a photo with the guy and you can't get that signed, it's like, I just got a text, by the way, from a friend of mine who manages, he's involved with a lot of bands. And he said, if Bruce does a private Christmas show in New Jersey like he does, he may have pull for me. So, which would mean for you. Because the guy knows a lot of, so hopefully he will.
No,
You were this close to finally getting your picture.
Sounds like no.
This fucking close.
I know.
You would have blew it up, put it in your living room, could have jerked off on it.
Oh, yeah. It would have been my Christmas card. Merry Christmas from me and Bruce.
Of course it would have been.
And then if I got married, it would have been my wedding card.
Of course. It would have been everything.
Me and Bruce.
Well, if they legalized that, you know.
No wonder they didn't let him near him. That maniacal laugh.
I literally... I can't comprehend not passing a photo of two people together and getting it signed. I just can't comprehend it.
But
come on.
Roland, what
Of
about
course,
Roland and his
that's
picture?
That's obvious.
That's nonsense down the hall. That's why, whatever.
But
It's a- it's a big
I
issue.
understood that
It's a
because it was
big-
like so it was tight security and they
You're
weren't-
supposed to understand, Roland, but you don't understand. You know how easy it would have been if people really want to take care of employees around here instead of sort of taking care of them.
Has a guitar. Doesn't play.
And then
it.
doesn't play.
Just strums
The whole
it as
thing
he
is a mess,
yaps.
Roland.
Come on.
Who's he?
Infuriating.
Who's he that he has a guitar and he doesn't play?
Doesn't play.
Then he shouldn't have been interviewed with a guitar in his hands.
But today at 10:30, I'll turn to Easter Radio so I can listen to all day and drive everybody nuts.
He's hysterical.
I think I drive everybody nuts when I play Bruce Too Loud.
Yeah? They don't like it down the hall?
Well, I think hearing it every day, they're like, really? They're like, yep.
Yeah.
Who told you you couldn't get a picture, by the way?
Yeah, who was the person that actually said it? Gave you the bad news?
Please tell me.
I don't remember.
No, you do.
Write it down.
Come on, write it down. Go ahead.
Well, I just...
Go like this in the air.
Who was it? It's somebody.
Give us a letter.
I can't.
Okay.
This letter?
I knew what it was, yeah. And what's the second, the name? What does that start with?
No. Is this the second letter? Oh.
Wait, that's the last name?
No, it's this.
All right, here we go.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, of course.
God. Let the little guy get his goddamn picture with his hero.
Whatever.
Little fella.
2 years can't go by fast enough. Roland, thank you, brother.
Oh, thank you, though, because you guys, if it wasn't for you guys, I wouldn't have been near the fishbowl.
Yeah, I
Thank you
know.
guys.
We had to work that for him, even.
Stop.
So
Near
he
the
almost was taken care of.
fishbowl. To hear him strum through fucking bank bulletproof glass.
That's what Roland got.
This is what Roland heard. What?
No, they had the speakers all over the place.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
You might as well just be listening to E Street Radio. An interview.
I couldn't see him, though.
Couldn't fucking
Were you able to really
see him
see
really?
Yeah,
I
why
mean,
is that?
That glass distorts
It's
people
like
that
you
are in
watched
the-
him on a giant screen
Right.
TV.
No, I went to the bathroom and I noticed that angle from the bathroom is really
You
good.
saw Bruce like I would see fish without a diving mask while I'm scuba diving.
Yeah.
All right.
Did he look a lot bigger through the glass?
You didn't see shit.
It's just like the King of Christmas. You put your face against the window.
Yes. He's in the fish bowl.
Whatever.
Strumming and talking. Oh, was that annoying? Fuck him.
I know
Fuck
Bruce
that.
doesn't annoy me.
Oh, he bugs me.
Because, again, he's not the one making those decisions.
He was the one making the decision not to sing a song.
Honestly, though, as a hardcore fan, there's 20 hardcore fans.
Yeah.
They don't mind hearing an interview. That's
Oh,
like if
but
I had to
they
hear
would
Ozzy
have
interviewed,
loved to have heard a song.
I would sit there and listen to Ozzy talk for 2 hours.
Well, of
easily.
course you would. But he's got the guitar. He's there.
Yeah.
Sing the fucking song.
Yeah, but Ozzy canceled his New York dates, so.
I didn't.
I know.
Oh, you almost got me. I actually didn't know.
Roland, we love having you back, brother.
I got you.
I'm not going to rest until we get a picture with you and Bruce Springsteen.
Yeah, let's have that
Which
done.
could have so happened
do
last
that.
night. That's all you want in life.
Yeah.
You came so close. All right.
That and pussy. But yes.
You want pussy?
But,
Wow. Hey, did you guys know Ed Asner is a truther?
What, one of these 9/11 fucking...
He was on Adam Carolla's podcast.
Oh, good.
I will help out Adam Carolla's podcast today because we
good.
got audio of Ed Asner being a truther.
He's allowed to do one? That's wonderful.
And we're going to play that after the break.
Lucky fella.
No more podcasts for you?
I don't know. I'll figure something out. I'd like to do one. I'll put Opie and Anthony and serious stuff on it if that's cool. I got to talk to somebody.
I should be able to do that. It's good for the show.
It's an extension of the show.
It's like free advertising for the show.
It's an extension of the show. It's
do it.
Whatever.
I look at the fucking huge amounts of money for equipment that I can't use.
Right.
Like Laszlo's coming over to do a show, I think, next week or something.
Other people could use your equipment?
Other people can use my studio.
You can't?
No. It's like silly.
I thought you could.
They don't understand how the new world works. They just don't. It's an extension of the show.
It should be, yeah.
If it was me and you going to your house after this show and doing a show, that I could see would be a problem.
Yeah.
Now you got me going again.
But I'm just fucking...
But they don't want you doing a show without me.
Yeah.
That's dumb because you doing a show by yourself is different than the Opie and Anthony show. And it's
completely different. It's just me in my basement talking about shit and taking phone calls. It's not even, it doesn't resemble this show. I don't talk about the same stuff. It's like a whole different format and everything. It's not using material that would have been used here.
There's, you know Oprah Winfrey, I think she's pretty big in the world, right?
Yes, she's fat.
She does podcasts after her TV show.
Yeah.
Do you understand what people are doing out there?
It's advertising.
I believe Ellen DeGeneres does a little of that, too.
And I could put a graphic up and a crawl with the number to order the friggin' service, whatever they want. If they want, that's fine. But for some reason, I can't fucking...
Why don't they understand that's an extension of the brand?
It absolutely... I got to talk to somebody and figure this out. Because it's not... What am I infringing upon? You know?
They're just assholes.
Like, it doesn't make sense. You're not... They're not...
Did I just say that?
They're
Yeah,
not embracing... the media that's out there, that is available to everybody to promote the show.
It's how the media is. It's how media is working these days.
Yeah,
you can't just do one thing. You got
to be, and they want to be 10 years behind what's going on.
Right.
Like 10 years from now, they'll be like, "It's a good idea to have a podcast. Everybody should have one. It'll probably be mandatory."
It's amazing.
Go home and do your homework.
And by the way, there are guys that work here at SiriusXM that do just that. They have podcasts.
I know. For some reason, I can't fucking do it.
Right.
You know what? I made the mistake of making it look too good. It looked too professional. It was just me with a fucking iPhone.
I say you just do it. What are they going to do in the end?
I don't want to fucking cause any shit.
Just get your FU money, man. It'll be so much fun.
No. I have it.
All right, then just do your podcast.
I'd
let them get really confused. Like, It
would be a lot better if they would just come to their senses and embrace the fact that people do this. It's the future. That is so appropriate right there. What am I thinking?
Everyone's doing it. It's an
know.
extension of the main show
Everyone's
that people in the
doing
media
it.
are doing.
Yeah. It's not...
Everyone is doing it.
Honestly, being on air here means nothing.
Yeah.
In the sense that usually at every other place I've worked, and I mean every network, every place, they treat you a certain way when you're on air. And not, again, as long as you're not a dick.
Right.
Here, you could literally, you get the same treatment as if there was a log stuck in the toilet and they were handing you a plunger.
Oh, yeah.
I've never experienced it in 20 years of doing this.
Yeah, with some of the material we put out, it's the same thing anyway. Just trying to dislodge some shit.
And the competition, man, they're nipping at our heels, and they don't understand. You got to take care of talent.
There are podcasts out there. There are fucking
all that
webcasts.
shit's growing.
All kinds of shit out there that is an alternative to every other kind of media. And instead of embracing it and
figuring out how it works for everybody.
Yeah, encouraging people that do shows on this platform to get out there and do other things.
Dude.
For the brand. It's like nothing. I don't understand it.
I got to be a media mogul, I'm thinking. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do next.
A mogul?
Yeah, total mogul. All in.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because, see, logically, if Ant goes home and does a podcast without me and without Jimmy, it's a different look at what Ant's all about. And then shit happens on this podcast that we actually play on this show. It gives material to this show.
Right. It's not the other way around. I'm not taking material from this show and doing it on my podcast.
Right.
I'm doing shit that just, like I said, I'm in my basement. It's all about, being home and being an asshole and
Yeah, I'm not
being
even
paranoid.
I'm not even allowed to do videos in studio. That's why half the stuff doesn't go online because they have a major problem with me just doing video in the studio. They're like, oh, that's not good. They actually said to me, oh, that's not good.
But it would promote.
No one else is allowed to do that.
People see it and go, oh, who is this?
It's just another extension of the show.
Yeah. Oh, maybe I'll check them
They
out.
actually said, oh, that's not good.
How is it
that you're
not
doing
good?
that?
We really have to have a little
And
chit-chat.
then they say, well, if you at least put filmed at Sirius XM on your videos, I guess we'll let it slide for now. They said for now.
Yeah, I'll put a fucking graphic up. Believe me, I'll use some of the hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of equipment to have a graphic put up on my fucking screen while I'm doing it.
How are you in charge and you say, oh, that's not good?
That's not good.
That's bad.
Did you think it over and come up with a reason it's not good, or did you just instantly spit out it's not good? Right. Because if you have a reason, could I hear it?
Is it possible that when you're doing a podcast that people that don't know the Opie and Anthony show stumble upon you and go, oh, he does a show on satellite. I got to check that out as well.
Let me check that out.
Or if you got a video that sort of goes viral online and it's associated with the Opie and Anthony show, wouldn't that possibly lead to that person, being turned on to the radio show?
Maybe subscribing. It makes, there's no rhyme or reason to it. I've never heard a legitimate reason.
It's just exhausting. I mean, it goes back to Roland not getting his picture. I can't even tell you what that does to me as a human being, how ridiculous that is, how everything has to be complicated.
Yeah,
no one would have known. All he had to do was get in line with a bunch of listeners. You're talking about the biggest fucking Bruce Springsteen fan on the planet, literally. We've challenged other people, and no one is a bigger fan in more ways than one than Roland.
Yeah.
And they said, no, we can't do that.
The default answer to everything seems to just be no. Like it's an instant no unless you get a miracle and could talk them out of it. But the default thing, no matter what you ask, it instantly is no without any thought being given to the no. It's just no.
There's a ton of people on the line naming people that do podcasts that are associated with Sirius XM. I don't want to blow up anyone's spot, but yeah, you got it. There's a bunch of people that are doing it. A bunch. But for some reason, they don't want Ant doing it.
I don't know why. It doesn't make sense. It's fun to do. I enjoy doing it. It would be good for the show. And, I carved out a little niche in my basement. It's fun. I don't know.
Whatever.
I gotta have a chit chat with somebody and make this work.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I know.
Good luck. Because
now
you're gonna owe them something. You know that, right?
No, of course.
Because they're gonna say, well, we'll let you do that, but
why?
That's how it works.
Why can't I just do it?
That's how it works.
My house.
Nothing is just done because it makes sense. Now there's a negotiation where they might let you do it, but there's going to have to be something on the other side of it. Something on the other side that's going to drive you nuts, by the way. It's not going to be a dumb little logo or some stupid thing.
Oh, God.
Because that's how this place works.
I'm not making
Everything
money
is
off
a ridiculous
of it. Believe
negotiation.
me, it costs money. I'm not making money of it. It's not about that.
It's exhausting.
I know it really is.
This is the easiest.
I'm going to talk to
This is the easiest gig in the country, and they just make it so fucking complicated.
It should just
always
be able to do it.
All right.
Wah. Oh, mad.
You're not mad at me, are you?
You?
Did I go too far?
Not at all mad at you.
All right.
No.
Did I get you going, though?
No, dude, no.
You just slammed your headphones down.
You're eating.
No. I would actually get up and hug you right now if I wasn't eating eggs. No, not at all, you.
It makes sense, right? How it just has to always be like a problem.
Yeah, there's always an issue.
What bothered you without you getting yourself in trouble?
I'm not worried about getting in trouble. I mean, I'm just the whole mentality of it.
I don't know why radio guys have to be treated like shit always. I've been doing this since I was 18, and we're always treated like shit. They never do the right thing. We've all been lucky enough to work in other like media, and you see how they treat their talent. But radio guys are supposed to, I guess, just be treated like shit.
Scum of the earth. That's it. Scum.
Everything's a problem. Nothing's easy.
It's never easy. Never.
Everything's a negotiation.
Yeah, everything is just an instant no and then a fight to try to get a maybe.
And this all started with the Roland thing. I keep going back to that because I hope people understand how ridiculous that is. That Management could have done the right thing for a massive fan, and they feel like they did the right thing because they let him see Bruce through the fishbowl.
Yeah.
When he could have easily been in the fishbowl, no one would have cared. And no one would have had a good argument like, well, why does he get to do it? You tell the people because he's a massive fucking fan, and that's what we decided.
And he works here.
Right.
You know.
No, I'm talking about other employees and other, people like that. You
Yeah.
just tell them, guess what? He's the biggest fan in the world, so we made an exception. Deal with it.
You go in there and watch a man with a guitar not
Right.
sing.
And then walk up to Roland and go, you know what, did you enjoy it? I really hope you enjoyed it. We want to take care of you here at Sirius XM. You know what, Roland? Why don't you get on the back of that line with your camera and get your photo
Go
of Bruce
ahead.
Springsteen? No one's going to know in the end. You do that, buddy.
But there's got to be a no for no reason.
There just has to be.
There's no reason for the no. But
no one can argue the no. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I would love for someone to be brave enough to come in here and argue
and
the no.
give me a reason. Aside from
you
just
don't have a good
saying
argument for the no.
Yeah.
But you have a little power and you want to fucking keep your employees down. That's what it comes down to. Because radio guys are shit in the end.
Yeah.
I should have learned that a long fucking time ago.
The no. The instant no for no reason.
Right. All right. Sorry for the bitching.
Yeah. Had to get that out, though.
It's very legitimate.
Huh? It is, right?
It's very legitimate. Yeah. Because I've been. You know how you're supposed to be treated in certain backstage situations, and how you and it's when you notice one place is different than every other place, and I mean the mentality of it.
Yeah.
That you've ever worked with.
I don't even blame this place because every radio company's been exactly the fucking same.
I want reasons. I don't just want to know. I want a reason behind the fucking no. And regardless of what I'm asking about, whether it's me doing a podcast, Roland not being able to go into the fishbowl, like just instead of just no, that can't happen. Give me a fucking reason.
In the end, no one would have noticed Roland in the fishbowl.
No,
in the end, no one would have noticed that Roland got online and got a picture with fans.
Yeah.
And he's a much bigger fan than the fans that showed up.
The whale bowl. See, because he's big. Would have looked like Star Trek with the one with the whales.
Roland's big, but you don't consider him fat.
No,
Isn't
he's
that
just
weird?
a big roly-poly fun guy.
All right, enough bitching, I guess. People hate when we bitch. I'm sorry.
Yeah, fuck.
It has to be done.
Give me an answer.
I guess we shouldn't bitch at all because nothing ever changes. When you bitch because you hope something changes.
Yeah.
So we're lunatics for even bitching.
Maybe I'll get an answer now. They could actually sit back and because now they have all morning to construct a reason around no, because there is no reason. Mm-hmm. So now they can construct one. All right, why is there no? I don't know. All right, let's say that it'll affect the show. No, you already addressed that it wouldn't affect that. Let's say, like, now they could come up with a reason. Mm-hmm. Good. I'll give you all the time. You got fucking, till 10 o'clock just to come up with a reason why I can't do it.
For the people out there, imagine whatever job you do for a living. Uh-huh. You decided as an individual that you're going to do more for the company.
Right. On your own time at home.
I see the faces out there like,
what?
But you decide, you know what? I want to do more for the company. That's what this is about. When I'm filming videos in studio or in the hallways, they have a major problem with that. That's why I only put up a video every once in a while. They have a major fucking problem with that. And then Anthony wants to do more as well and go home and do some podcast that is obviously associated with what we do here. Yeah. This is the epicenter of the Opie and Anthony show. But then you branch out. That's what media people do that know what the fuck they're doing.
You think I'm going to, blow all the good material at home? So when I come in the next day, I'll be like, I don't have anything. Did it all on the podcast.
Right.
No.
You mean that's not what's been happening?
Yeah, I have no reason.
But imagine, if you will, out there, you decided you want to do more for the company, and the company actually turns around and goes, no, we don't want you doing anything more.
Yeah. That's great.
To simplify it, that's basically what happens.
Mm-hmm. Fantastic. Jesus.
I know.
Give me a reason.
I know so much more than anyone in control here.
By 10, could you just please give me a reason?
I know so much more. That's why I don't sleep at night.
It's great.
And then people tell me that my anger issues get in the way of my success. Oh, fuck you. Go fuck yourself.
There's no reason everybody can't be right.
His anger issues are actually a hurdle that he needs to overcome. Really? Prove to me you know more than me. Prove it.
I want an answer.
Hey, little girls, your daddy home, don't go easy all alone. There's a bad design. Oh, I'm on fire. Tell me how it's good to you, or do the things that I can do. Maybe I can feel higher. Oh, I'm on fire. Sometimes it's like summer and life. Cinch back, the road to Night I wake up and I turn on the shoulder. Keep her once dying. Oh, I'm on fire. Oh, I'm on fire. Oh, I'm on fire.
Follow the Opie and Anthony Show on Twitter. Opie, twitter.com/Opie Radio. Anthony, twitter.com/Anthony Cumia. And little Jimmy Norton, twitter.com/Jim Norton.
Is Pat Cooper coming in today? Today's the day for Pat Cooper, right?
Allegedly. Yeah, he is.
Very cool. I see him walking around the neighborhood from time to time. He's a complete lunatic.
Is he?
He's an 80-year-old guy with the energy of a, I don't know, 20-something-year-old. It's unbelievable.
Yeah. Is he just going to be screaming? Is he just going to be screaming about something?
He just walks down the sidewalk screaming.
Yeah.
And no one in particular. He's just always uptight.
Uptight?
He's always uptight.
Yeah.
But we love him. Pat Cooper at 9 o'clock today. And a guy named Jim Sturgis. Was he in Bringing Down the House? I think he was. The movie's 21?
I don't know.
You didn't read that book?
Oh, no, I saw the movie.
It was pretty good. Book was way better.
Yeah?
But he did a very good job. He was the lead character in 21, right? Jim Sturgis? So we'll talk to him about a new movie called Heartless, which sounds like it's going to be a pretty cool flick. Demons and shit.
Ooh.
Heartless is the story of a boy living in England, in an area notorious for gangs. At one point, the gangs start wearing demon masks. However, we find out they are not wearing masks at all, as they are real demons.
Yeah.
So. You all right?
Yeah, he's coming in, huh?
Did that last break bum everyone out?
I'm just gonna start calling him like I sees him.
Are you bummed?
I'm not even bummed. I'm just.
I could care less.
It's like every time I try not to fucking be that way.
You try to stay positive.
Dude,
we really do.
I really.
I know the listeners hate when we bitch, or a certain amount of them.
They bitch about their jobs too.
Yeah, that's why I think it's worth doing, because we all bitch about our lives and our jobs. But you're listening to guys that have the easiest jobs in America, and we're bitching.
Yeah.
It's little shit. It's not major shit.
It's exhausting.
And I know who it is.
Then they throw us a little nugget. What do they call it? A
little tidbit, little treat.
And we went over the whole commercial thing where they thought that would make us feel good that we're part of the Sirius XM commercial. And we went over that last week. We were in the commercial. Our logo was in the commercial for a third of a second.
That was good. I liked that.
But we're supposed to be grateful that that was done for us. We're not 20-year-old kids that just got in the business. That shit used to excite the crap out of me.
He reportedly does the vocals for 3 songs in the movie.
What?
Played Jude in Across the Universe.
Yeah, man. Jim Sturgis.
Born in London and raised in Farnham, he acted for a long time in England before his break. And his live-in girlfriend is Mickey O'Brien, the keyboardist for the pop band LaRoe.
This is a favor for Roland. This is a favor for Roland.
I know.
Stay positive.
I
do favors every once in a while for our pal.
Roland was legitimately. I honestly, he was legitimately happy to sit there and just watch.
Yeah.
Like he would love the picture. I just talked to him
like
off
a
the
young
air.
retarded child.
But honestly, he was like, I got to see him. If I had Roland, will live to be 100, because Roland doesn't get stressed or that crazy about stuff. He really doesn't. That's why he will outlive every one of us. We'll all be dead before we're 75. He will live to be a fucking 100 because he doesn't stress this shit.
Right.
This is going to ruin my day. I've never dealt with this in my life.
I'm a psychopath. I'm a lunatic. I'm an asshole.
Go to break.
But, and here's the big but. I would not be able to live with myself if I had the power to get someone like rolling a picture with Bruce Springsteen and decided to use my power to say fucking no. I would not be able to do that. I could do some dicky things, but that's one I would not be able to do. Ever. And it was that easy, too. It was that easy.
I don't know. How do we go through a break and we come back out of it saying the same shit? Because I'm just
sorry.
I just want a reason. No, it's not, because I feel the same way. I'm just talking and same shit.
All right.
I'm just living.
Yeah, it's just
like
it's
not
so
even
hard.
Not even that I want to yell. I'm not angry. Angry. I'm just like.
And people are probably saying, "Why are you obsessing about Roland and the Bruce Springsteen?"
I'm thinking
picture?
about me.
But that's exactly. It represents so much. Yeah. That's why we're obsessing about it. Of course, that's the way it went down last night. Of course it did. And that's why we're obsessing.
Yeah.
It symbolizes a lot of things that happen. All right, you want to deal with this guy who's an internet sensation?
Oh, we might as well.
We have the latest internet sensation.
What is it?
Who was the last internet sensation?
Sweeping the nation.
Tub Girl.
No.
Let's see.
I'll take answers. I'll take answers.
Double Rainbow guy.
No, there was a guy after that.
After that was as big as Double Rainbow?
Yep. Don't write it, Danny. Danny knows. Danny's good too.
Let me think.
The footage of the guy in China who fucking his motorcycle wiped out and he fell on the train tracks and then a train came and hit him.
Holy
You gotta stay off those websites.
No, it's not graphic. You don't see him.
Did he live?
No, I don't believe he did.
No.
I don't think so.
Come on, Ed. Don't look down.
No, I'm not. That's why I'm looking.
Every once in a while, there's like one person that becomes an internet sensation, and we're not talking about the lady yelling at the postman.
And this is after Double Rainbow.
Yeah. Fuck. Mm-hmm. Hey, I might be wrong, by the way. I could very easily be wrong. But I mean,
big.
The one I got actually happened after Double Rainbow guy.
Double Rainbow guy was huge.
Mm-hmm. And then there was a guy that was just as huge after that, and it was
that's
a guy.
You got it. You
still
got to be
got it,
talking
Danny?
like.
What's that?
You still got it?
I think so.
You got to be talking like as big as like Chocolate Rain. Like that shit.
He wasn't as big as Chocolate Rain.
Double Rainbow. Big as Double Rainbow?
It was approaching
Double Rainbow.
Yeah, there was remixes and all sorts of fun things.
guy-
It was all over the news.
He's got an agent now. He was in L.A., walking around like he's hot shit. I'll give you there was a Halloween costume.
Yeah, we talked about the same thing.
Oh, wow. Halloween costume.
And I think he was the last one, and now they're saying this guy we're going to play in a second here is going to be the next one. There's always one that goes completely over the top. There's viral shit that happens all the time, yes.
I'm trying to think. I don't know why. I just have a complete mental block on this.
Then there's one that just comes along and just over the top.
I don't know.
Do we have the audio even?
I can get it real quick.
What's his name? Dotson?
Antoine Dodson.
Antoine Dotson.
Who's that guy?
Better hide your children. The rapist guy.
Oh, rapist
hide your kids, hide
interview
your wife.
guy.
Hide your kids, hide your wife.
Yeah, with a bandana.
I believe he was the last internet sensation. And now, they're talking about this guy that we're about to play could be the next one.
The offender off. That break-in happened early this morning in the 500 block of Webster Drive in Huntsville. WFF 48's Elizabeth Jello caught up with the victim. Elizabeth, emotions were running high.
You were able to even dress up like
and
this
Mark,
guy
the
for
woman, the
Halloween.
victim, tells us that a man broke into her house and tried to rape her. Her brother went in and he tried to help her out, but the man got away, leaving behind, though, evidence of his visit. Kelly Dodson was asleep with her little girl inside their apartment on Webster Drive when
I was attacked by some idiot from out here in the projects.
Dodson says her attacker used a garbage can to climb onto the unit's ledge, open the upstairs window, and then he got in bed with her.
He tried to rape me. He tried to pull my clothes off.
Dodson struggled with her attacker, knocking over items in her bedroom. Antoine Dodson heard his sister scream and ran to help.
Well, obviously, we have a rapist in Lincoln Park. He's climbing in your windows. He's snatching your people up, trying to rape them. So y'all need to hide your kids, hide your wife, and hide your husband because they're raping everybody out here.
The attacker got loose.
They're raping everybody out here. What an asshole.
So,
what a shithead.
20 million people have watched that fucking nonsense.
just on this
on this version.
Because it's been uploaded by 1 billion people.
Yeah.
Why?
Because it's awesome.
I don't know.
But I mean, it's a fun clip.
Yeah, but not 20 million
What
fun.
is it?
It just
Here's,
happened.
look, Jimmy.
Oh, is there more?
Well, here's another
version
person,
of it.
Yeah, with another 3.5 million. So, like, I mean, total hits on that.
Safe to say, I bet you it's close to, I don't know, 40 million probably if you add up all the versions
plus
of the
between
video.
that and all the different songs that have been
And then there was an
remixed.
auto-tune thing that happened, and yeah, I'm with Jimmy.
How
I don't
many-
know why. I don't know. I don't know if it's 20 million views. Interesting.
How many?
It's good.
How many did Double Rainbow Guy get? How many fucking
Double Rainbow Guy?
Double Rainbow.
Original Double Rainbow?
Original Double Rainbow.
all the way.
Oh, all the way. Full on. Oh. Original Double Rainbow Guy.
Yeah, because now finding the original video is
Yeah, it's
like,
very
oh,
difficult.
that's that's not it. Fuck.
Oh.
Can you just go?
I just don't remember what the guy's name was.
Can you just go most view count or whatever on that? Or
It might be this.
Whoa, that's a full rainbow.
Holy shit! 20 million.
That's 20 million.
Double rainbow. Oh my god. It's a double rainbow all the way.
All the way. We talked to that guy, right?
Yeah.
I forgot already.
Whoa, man.
Whoa, whoa, man.
You know what? This one I got here it's not going to make 20 million views.
And not only did the Double Rainbow guy do like 20, I mean,
that's the original video.
You got the remix, which has done almost 16 million by itself. So
wow,
that's unbelievable.
amazing.
It's just unbelievable how that happens.
Stupendous. And stupid.
But I guess I think this is a Seattle TV station is at some big, I don't know, fucking place where fucking stuff was being sold for, I don't know, like for less than it was originally being sold for or something. And this happened.
You can feel the excitement in this room because there are some major shoppers here who know exactly what they're doing. Some of them are first-timers. Some of them have been coming here for a long, long time. Look at this guy. He's got like an armful of stuff. Tell me. It's happening. You like That's cute. What are you getting? Tons of fucking sequins. Oh, okay. Thank you very much. Sorry about that. And we will let you go now. So we're here live in Goodwill and very exciting times. They're not thinking what they're saying a bit as well.
People are banking on that one.
Really?
To be huge, yeah.
But he only has
tons of fucking sequence.
He only has a quick line.
Yeah, that's in the category with Koran guy.
Yeah.
The guy who stole the Koran.
Yeah, I think.
And what was his phrase?
I can't even tell you. The internet's attention span isn't very good.
No.
So if you're really gonna have a place on the internet, I think you need more than one line.
Yeah.
Well, that's a really good line.
It's got to be able to have a remix.
A lot of people saying that's a good line.
Yeah.
I agree with you. I don't think it's that.
I mean,
But
I
they're saying
like
that
Turtles Kid will be around forever, probably.
True. What was the line with the Koran guy? The hippie dude that stole the Koran.
I don't remember the line.
Look down. They have it there.
What is it? I'm like, you have no Koran. Is that it? Is that the line?
You're a stupid Koran, I think.
You're a stupid Koran.
Oh, yeah. You're right, Jimmy. Jimmy's now just writing. he's just writing. He's just writing.
Damn. It's just infuriating.
Never experienced that before.
It really is. Just
never in my life.
Jimmy just decided, you know what, I'm going to write some thank you notes. What are you writing?
Just dialogue.
Yeah.
I'm still paying attention.
I know you're paying attention.
I don't care about Rainbow Guy. I hope he has a stroke. I'm so cranky. I have a very special show to announce today, too.
Oh, that's right.
I didn't even mean to segue. I just saw that all.
When are you going to announce it? You want to do it right now, Jimmy?
Can I do it now? It goes on sale Friday morning at the Borgata. It will sell out.
This is a great lineup.
Yeah, I'm
very
really happy
excited
with
for you, Jimmy.
This is one that we wanted and we got. It's January 16th. I already know it, Ken. I already know it. It's a show. It's called The Antisocial Network. It's hosted by myself. It's myself, Bill Burr, Jim Brewer, and David Tell. That's the 16th of January at the Borgata. I think it's a great show, and I think it will sell out.
That's an all-star game right there.
Yeah, I'm happy with that one. We wanted Jim, we wanted Bill, we wanted Dave, and all three of them.
Love all those guys. I wish Attell would do our show more, but
he's in L.A. right now, actually. He's working on his show.
He's doing L.A. stuff?
Oh, he's been out there for a while. He's working on his Showtime show. He's editing and stuff like that.
Nice.
So Sunday, January 16th. Tickets go on sale Friday morning at 10 o'clock. I'll be plugging it all week. But again, I think this one's going to go quickly because they're giving us billboards and everything.
Ah, forget it.
So I'm very happy about that.
Yeah, no, this thing will sell out, so get your tickets.
I hope so.
Oh, my God.
That's humiliating if there's 100 people.
You want to bet money on that?
No, I hope you're right.
Yeah, that's going to be a good
Hey,
one.
what was the idea that one of your people came up with and you wanted to spit in his face or something? I forgot what you said exactly yesterday, but you were not happy.
The artwork for it. Did you see it, Kenny? No. It was for the possible. We're getting a billboard, I think, outside the Holland and one in Atlantic City.
Ooh.
And
you should do the outside the Lincoln.
I don't know if that one was available. It's whatever the Borgata owns, but they have ones that are.
They own the one outside the Lincoln. That's why I'm correcting you.
But they own Holland too, I think.
Too. Oh, okay.
Pete was saying Holland.
Either one's great.
And the artwork, Pete had some weird theme in mind, or the Live Nation artist. It was fucking so bad. Like, what I wanted was, like, I'm going to put all four of our faces. Mm-hmm. Let me see while you guys are talking if I can bring up what was
the you actually have the graphic there?
It ain't good. I'm going to find
it. Ain't good.
Wait, but I'm confused. You're doing a comedy show and they're actually promoting it with billboards and stuff?
Yeah.
Must be nice.
It's bizarre. Pete's like, what do you want the billboard to look like? I'm like, oh, that's right. This is stand up. This is the Borgata. It's different. They actually are happy I'm there. Let me see. You know how good they treat me at the book. It's funny. Like when Bill Cosby was working there,
hey, man.
As a courtesy, they all I wanted to do. I have a photo of Cosby. I wanted to get it signed. And they actually walked me back to his dressing room, and he happened to say, it was just like, it's just a great mentality.
Jimmy, we were in the big commercial for a third of a second. We're just great. It's just as good here.
Hold on, let me see here. If I don't want to stop the show, but if I can,
I got it. Yeah, I got it.
Dude, it's not good. Now I'll show you what we wound up deciding on, which I was okay with.
He might be tricking us.
No, I'll show you the real one.
He might be tricking us.
We're supposed to go like, oh, that's cool.
And then he goes, no, idiots, that's the bad one.
This is going to be a rough...
I'll be honest.
It's just our faces.
Just be honest, Anthony.
Yeah.
Just give these people hell, man.
Oh, hold on. For Pete's sake. Oh, for the love of Eve. Excuse my language.
What's the matter? You
it was opening,
get your computer working?
It's fine now. It's downloading. It was just too small. Oh, here it is. Okay. This is probably the one, or close to the one that they're going to do. Like, that's kind of the one. It's just the four of us on a huge billboard.
That's cool.
Yeah, that is cool. I don't think he's tricking us.
No, this is actually the real one.
That is, obviously.
The logo is Antisocial Network. It says, much bigger letters, the last name. So it just says Attell Brewer Burr Norton, and I'm hosting it. I don't want it to seem like I'm headlining. Borgata, January 16th. It's a great ad.
Nice.
Simple, billboard. Oof. Where's the one that they wanted to do?
Did you tweet this shit?
No, I don't know if I'm allowed to.
Yeah, they usually frown on that.
But I do want to. Oh, God, where is it? Oh, it's not good.
By the way, as he finds that, the Hide Your Kids, they auto-tuned his thing there.
Yeah.
Is the most downloaded song on iTunes or something like that.
Really?
Yeah. We're close.
I don't know what the stat is or something, but
But it
like I think it was like #1 for like a week.
It did ridiculously well.
That fucking those are the guys that do that auto-tune the news, so they're doing very well for
Yeah,
themselves.
I like auto-tune the news. It's a good bit.
Yeah.
I have to find it in my old mail. I don't think I saved this one.
Your old mail.
Yeah.
You know, it's funny. You could actually search on Gmail.
I know. I tried it, but it always says looking for server or some horse shit. It's always a problem.
All right, well, call.
I'll let you know in a second when I find it. I don't want to.
I'm so eager to see it.
Oh, it's not good.
'Cause I love when things aren't good.
Yeah, well.
Let's
Let's see. Sorry, guys. I will tweet this eventually. I want to. Oh, you know what it was? I texted it to my girlfriend, so hold on.
Oh. Search under piece of shit. It's just like this.
Her name comes up.
Oh, no.
Wow.
No, I meant the ad.
Okay. Oh,
Although
boy.
some of the stuff she texts.
She really makes me laugh.
What a riot.
She is
a regular riot.
She really is a panic.
A panic.
Okay, where is it? Here we go. Hold on, I'm emailing it because you can't see it on this.
No.
Email photo.
Oh, so you're emailing it to your
myself, and I'll open it.
computer,
Yeah.
And then you can open it.
This better be a good billboard.
Oh, it's probably going to suck ass. Love it.
I mean, good in a bad way.
Oh, in a bad way.
Yeah, I think that you'll.
People want to know how long before management stops Jim from doing his stand-up. That will never happen.
Yeah, please.
That would never happen.
No, it wouldn't. And then
been issues.
You know, it's so silly. It's so silly.
Jackass.
Okay, did it go?
Oh, there it is. No.
When? Go!
Don't you hate when you email something to yourself and it doesn't immediately show up?
To answer your question, yes, I do hate that a lot.
You're a foot away from
yeah, you're right there.
And I'm actually pushing the phone at the computer to make it go faster.
Because it's
Go!
got to travel so far.
Yeah, where does that
to
email
get from
go?
there to
Oh, wait,
there.
this might. Hold on.
It is quite astounding.
I know. It's the longest distance known to man is the head to the heart. Did you hear that?
No. Thank God I've never heard that.
Come on, stop being the good one. Sucker.
This is taking way too long.
Yeah,
Just humiliating. It's one long act of humiliation. Go. It said it's sent. What the fuck?
Yeah, come on.
Maybe you could describe it to us.
You
No,
can't.
I want to see it.
This is just lunacy.
I know.
really
I
wanna
know.
see it.
Here he goes.
Okay.
Let me see if.
He said, "Here it goes 10 times."
I know I did. Believe me.
Like I keep waiting for you to turn it around so we can.
Now
see.
half the picture is showing. Why does the internet rape me every time? Why does it do this?
You stink,
dude. On ice. I really am a bag of garbage.
Why can't you get the picture?
I'll answer your question because I'm garbage. That's why. Piece of shit.
You got half the picture.
Okay.
Oh, okay. He's got it.
Danny, do you see that? Yeah. How bad is that?
Is this legit too?
Oh, this is the one they want.
All right, turn
Is
it
that
on.
horrible? It's
All right. Danny's just laughing at it. Me and Opie haven't seen it yet.
Come on, let's
Jimmy's
see
got to
this.
spin this thing around.
This was going to be the billboard if Pete had his way.
Yeah. This is that's
no, come on.
yeah.
No way.
It says the Antisocial Network on the top, and Dave's picture wasn't in here yet because they didn't get his headshot. It's photoshopped. It's a little boat,
God.
and it's Bill Burr, and he's got a fucking like a Henry Fonda hat on, and he's holding a fish.
A big fish, like a salmon or a
giant
big fucking
fish.
trout or something.
There's a big house and some trees in the background. There's people rowing in the background. Jim Brewer is standing in the boat with a fucking horrible vest, and I'm just in my headshot with my feet on the water like I'm the Messiah.
Yeah, you're supposed to be sitting on the edge of the boat.
Look at Bill Burr holding the fish.
And
There's
a little girl could do a better Photoshop job.
How that's what he's like.
What
He's
is
like,
that?
no, it's a whole thing. I'm like, oh,
What do you mean it's a whole thing?
it's fucking.
What does it mean?
Exactly. He's like, that's a very famous photo. I fucking screamed
That's
on the
not
phone.
a famous
What do
photo.
you mean it's a
What is
famous
it?
photo?
The background or something. I don't know. What?
It's not a famous photo if no one in studio knows the photo.
I was in LA and I was just going, it's fucking terrible. It's fucking terrible. And he's like, well, I mean, they thought, I'm like, it's fucking terrible. I was out of my mind. Frankie.
They say I have anger issues. Jimmy, your
awful.
anger issues are way worse than mine.
That's awful.
Way worse.
This is. Look at Bill Burr's holding a fish.
Not only is he holding a fish, but his head isn't even centered. Like it's off to the left a little
Dude,
bit.
he's holding a fish. And I have my fucking regular headshot where I'm sitting on a stool.
Yeah.
But I'm on the edge of a boat clumsily, and my feet are like on the water.
Yeah, it's
Who sits like that on a boat?
No one.
And where was David Tell supposed to be?
His was going to come in next, but Tell's headshot. He has a really cool shot for performing. It's like it's him in a weird Hawaiian shirt with his hands up in the air, and it looks good on a comedy club. Coming
would have been great on that boat.
They would have put him in the back of the boat. Brewer's standing.
Maybe they
it's the
could
most.
have had a fish in his hands.
Yeah,
if he's
yeah,
holding his
yeah.
hands up.
Dude,
Like he got the big catch.
Brewer's head is too big for his body in the Photoshop. And he got a really homoerotic pose.
Please tweet that.
I'm going to.
You could tweet that. Fuck them.
Horrible.
I think
tweet
I will.
that. You should, man.
I think I will. It's fucking.
And Bill Burr must have really good knees because he's leaning on the lip of a rowboat.
And dude, and
he's kneeling on it.
His foot is hanging half off the boat, and he's holding a fish that is literally 3
how much
feet.
it would suck to knee on the side of a.
Oh.
Have your knees on the side of a boat.
Can't even do it.
Holding up your weight.
The reason I didn't okay it, and all the guys have to okay it, is because it was. As a goof, it would have been funny to shit on, but people wouldn't know what the poster was.
Yeah.
I'm like, people, what do you think? They stop and look at billboards?
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
driving.
That's not the famous.
That's why
one.
the
Yeah.
simple, your guys' faces with your names, where you're going to be. It's simple. You're gonna be able to drive past that. You'd be looking at that, going, "What? What is it?"
With their Bill's holding a fish. Who is that guy with the little hat?
Yeah,
you don't even know it's Bill Burr.
No, you don't know it's Brewer. You don't know anything.
You don't know it's any of us unless I was
dumb.
standing there pointing, going, "That's me," and that's Brewer.
That's just plumb stupid.
Wow, was that terrible? Yeah, this is good. What the one they have is fucking simple.
Yeah.
Yeah, but there's no fish in that one.
Yeah, yeah, we're the fish. It sucks.
Oh, dude, it's so bad. I'm so happy with this one.
sucks.
This one is just our headshots superimposed together, our names in big yellow letters to
Yeah.
the point. It jumps out at you. It gives you the information as you're driving.
Yeah.
People don't have an hour to decipher a fucking poster.
Ridiculous.
Motherfuckers.
Tickets on sale Friday.
Oh yeah, the big show, Borgata,
January 16th. Yes, it's I believe Martin Luther King weekend. It's that Sunday. One show. We're doing one show only, and it will sell out because Brewer's got a date there. He has a date, I believe, this month. One show which has been sold out since it went on sale. And Bill Burr is selling tremendous everywhere. Fucking
Yeah.
Burr, yeah. So whatever.
Burr's huge.
Yeah, he's actually doing great, man.
Good for Bill.
All right. Why don't
And
we,
his fish. Bill and his fish.
I can't wait to show Bill that. Dude, it's such a he's just gonna laugh and say something.
I think I'm holding a fish. I don't need to hold a fish.
Yeah. Dude, that's the way the bankers hold your money. They look to the left and they smile.
The Illuminati. Talk about the Illuminati.
I got to show Bill that.
Everyone thinks it's Washington crossing the
Potomac? No.
the Delaware or whatever.
Delaware
river it was.
No, it's a famous rowing photo.
Well, George Washington is in the most famous.
Can I see the
rowing
George
photo.
Washington?
I have
This is a
no
photo.
idea who that is. Like what that photo is.
I don't either.
It's stupid.
Yeah,
It's from
it's
the
not-
movie Three
it's not
Assholes
that.
and a Fish. No.
3 assholes and a
I
fish.
reckon that's a painting, first of all.
Yeah, yeah,
There's no
that's-
fish in that. It's a bunch of queers painting fucking Washington, this
Why do
stinky
we-
asshole in someo's face.
Why do we respect George Washington for fucking being in a rowboat?
Exactly.
That's
He's a
pretty
punk.
good.
Yeah, put him in today's times.
Yeah. We can get Obama in a rowboat like that.
crossing a river.
Slave joke?
No. No, but I guess so. You could, but I wasn't. Just, yeah.
I'd be over the top asshole guy today.
There's some not being able to swim jokes.
Of course.
Of course.
Holding a fish.
Why is he holding a fish?
Dude, I was screaming. I don't yell at Peter John. I yell, but not at those guys. I just kept screaming.
Isn't that
it's fucking terrible.
Isn't it one of those things where you just laugh, though? I would laugh at
No, because we were under a time constraint. We had like 24 hours to turn it around because the artwork's going to print, I think, today, or had to be approved. But, it's all, they need a few days to get it ready and go to press. And
you guys don't even have to promote that.
But you want it to be a good
How many
showing.
seats?
I honestly don't know. I have no idea.
I can't wait for that.
But I know that all of us sell pretty well in AC. That's a good market. And they're doing a lot of Philly advertising.
And tickets are on sale Friday.
Friday morning, yeah. Friday morning at 10 a.m., I believe, at the Borgata. Kenny, right?
Yes, 10 o'clock, Borgata.com.
Borgata.com, you can get tickets.
Wow. Kenny knows everything.
He does. He's a machine.
He is.
All right,
personality of one.
We'll step aside. We got Jim Sturgis coming in. Very excited, right, Ant?
Yes.
Jim Sturgis is here early. We could take him after break and get it over with if you want.
Oh,
I wasn't supposed to read.
Oh, you don't read that.
That's not. I just assumed you would have written something that was safe for everybody, and you just fucked me.
Boy, that's
Ooh, should proofread next time.
Oh.
And then we got Pat Cooper at 9 o'clock.
Who told you that?
Yeah.
Putting this shit.
What the fuck? I write a book. What the fuck you gotta call it like that for?
You guys rock?
Yeah. Who's this?
I don't think I've ever laughed as hard at anything in my life.
Get in touch with the Opie and Anthony Show. Call 866-101-WOW. That's 866-969-1969.
Opie and Anthony. Yeah, so what is that drink they're getting rid of that all the kids are talking about?
Oh, it's that caffeinated alcohol drink.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We had a version of that growing up, right? What was the
Did
one
we?
we had that we used to make coffee with at AF?
Oh, that was that caffeine water shit. But
but that's pretty impressive. You have caffeine water that you're making your coffee with. That was a hell of a buzz we had going.
Yeah, but this is the it's got alcohol in it.
Four Loko.
Yeah, Four Loko.
The politicians
Stopping
taking care of us.
shipments.
Thank you, politicians, for taking care of us.
New York State, they're stopping shipments to New York State.
Did you hear about
everybody's mad?
You hear about the cupcake guy?
Crank 2.0, it was called.
Crank 2.0, thank you.
sir.
Was that the
Kevin from Connecticut?
The councilman who...
Yeah, we'll talk about it after Jim Sturgis because I see he's walking down the hall. But we got to talk about Cupcake Guy.
People. You need to talk to your people.
And also those disposable grocery bags. We got to talk about that because Schumer's keeping us safe, Anthony. Thank God.
Thank God for old Chuck Schumer.
Where's Jim Sturgis?
From the South. Come on in, sir.
Hey, Jim. What's up, brother?
Take a seat.
Nice to see you guys.
Here's a chair for you, a microphone.
Hi, buddy.
I know that guy.
We're on the air.
He was the main guy in 21 Man.
Right. 21 Man?
What? 21 Man, yeah. That was the name of the movie, right, Jim?
21 Men, yeah.
How are you, brother?
I'm very good, thanks. Very well.
Where are you from?
I'm from London.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just arrived last night.
Did you really?
Yeah.
How was it?
So
First
go
class,
easy on
right?
Me. Nah, it was
Virgin
business,
Atlantic.
business,
What'd you
business
fly?
class in Delta Airways.
Delta.
So you already lived.
Flying you around.
You already lived November 16th, and now you have to live it again.
Exactly.
Is that how that works?
Exactly.
Yeah, something like
That's
that.
so confusing.
What are the lottery numbers, please?
Yeah, I'm one step ahead.
No.
That old gag. Sorry.
I know. Please, it is.
We're not that hacky. I promise you.
Hackney crap. This show stinks.
What is it, like a 6-hour flight? I've only done it once.
No, I always think it's about 5-6 hours, but it's always more like 8-9 hours.
Yeah,
Coming west, it is.
Crazy.
Yeah.
If you're coming here, I think going back is probably faster.
Yeah,
right?
It's faster going back.
Because you're going into the wind.
That's right. Which you wouldn't think would make that big a difference.
Exactly. It's a plane. It's supposed to deal with the wind.
I know, right?
I once made it from Seattle to New York in an hour and a half, but going out there was like 7.5 hours.
An hour and a half.
Yeah.
There's no fucking.
Yeah.
You were doing like Mach 4.
There was some kind of wind current thing we're involved
Yeah?
with. Yeah.
Like Twilight Zone wind current.
Yeah.
Just see dinosaurs.
I'm telling you, it happened.
Yeah.
What do they call it when you in the what's
Jet
the
stream.
You're right. That's it.
I'm just angry for no reason, guy. Today.
That's great, though.
I'm gonna blurt out like
That's
angry
the
things.
way every answer should be given to every chick any guy ever dates.
Just,
you know what I mean?
Just yell it out.
What do you want me to make with potatoes? Sorry. All right. So what do you? What's the film that you're in?
It's called Heartless.
Heartless.
And it does look very, very good. Unfortunately, I didn't get to see it before you came in. I'm kind of bummed.
Damn it.
It's about gangs and demons and.
Yeah, you're going to ask me to describe the film now, aren't you?
Is it a Halloween movie?
Just a little bit.
No, I mean,
just give us a quick synopsis.
Yeah,
it's obviously a lighthearted comedy.
Absolutely, yeah.
That takes.
And it's got it all there for the family. Yeah.
Yeah.
These are happy, sweet, and lovely demons.
Good for the kids, the children.
Exactly.
Is it frightening?
It's frightening in places, yeah. I mean, it's not like an all-out horror film. I mean, that's what's kind of sort of special about it, I guess, is that it's basically made by this crazy kind of amazing artist back in London who's known for his sort of mad poetry and his plays that he puts on back in London. So he's known for that, and so this is the film that he's made after sort of 16 years away from being behind the camera, you know.
Jeez.
And he's a really interesting and bizarre, you know, artist who's made this film called Heartless.
Yeah.
But to describe it is not easy, you know, because I mean it's so layered and there's so many sort of things going on, and it's not just like your average kind of horror movie, you know.
Yeah.
Is it a spoof on horror movies or is it?
No, not at all. I mean, it's like
I don't
Jesus,
know.
it's a serious movie.
But so what? You can still be kind of a
Jetstream.
I'm just gonna yell at Jimmy
I
all
love
day.
We have this like really, really weird gay abusive relationship where I get scolded in front of company.
Yeah, don't yell at Jim Sturgis. This guy's going to be up for an Oscar.
Yes, I heard that, right?
For your next film. I'm telling you right now.
I don't
See,
know
I know
about
a little
that.
bit about what you're doing.
Okay, that's good.
Roland told me. Roland said this guy's going to be nominated for an Oscar for his next film, even though he's here for Heartless today.
Oh, really?
That's how great of an actor Jim Sturgis is.
He was telling me about that.
That's right. But we're not talking about that movie. Maybe he'll come back and talk
Is
about
that next movie in production or is it out?
It comes out in December, January time.
Did you notice he didn't even deny what I had to say?
No, he knows.
He knows.
Listen, I was like,
He knows.
I'm more than happy to. Like,
He's already writing the
knows.
speech. Already writing the speech.
It's a nice feeling. I want an Emmy.
Yeah.
No. I just wanted to say that. It feels good to say that and have somebody believe me for a half a second.
For a
No,
half
my
second,
acting
he
stinks.
respected
I
you.
actually didn't believe you at all.
My acting is hard, man. Acting is very fucking.
Jimmy does acting.
I
A lot of it.
occasionally, but it's very hard to do. I admire guys who
it's
can
the
really
hands.
do it.
It's all in the hands.
So yeah.
You know, you don't know what to do with your hands.
I gesticulate.
You're stiff. If you're doing like the robot from Lost in Space, it's not right.
Dude, you know, I watch guys who are doing it well, and when someone's doing dialogue and they're not, like right now I'm just talking naturally, I'm not moving. You don't move a lot when you talk.
Yeah.
But yet when I act, I feel like the need to take my arms and go, wow, how was your flight? And I put my arms.
You're gesturing toward the person.
Let the audience know that Jimmy is exaggerating with his arms right now.
So I admire guys that can do it well.
It also helps if you're from somewhere else, so because then people don't know.
Why is that?
Well, then people don't know you're messing up words and things like that.
Or they don't know how people act in London, like
That's
naturally.
not fair. No, when you're doing English, you got to work
Like,
in
we
your
don't
American
know.
accent, otherwise you won't get a part in any film.
Do you have an American accent in this one?
Not in this one. No, this one's all set in East London.
Oh,
So
it is?
I
Okay.
was lucky enough to
In
sort of
21,
stick
he
my-
had the American accent.
21 I did.
How do you do that?
You just kind of copy your accent, I guess.
Swipe
I mean,
it out.
yeah, you just
Yeah,
kind
but
of.
we couldn't copy you.
I don't-
You have a coach that kind of helps you through that?
Yeah, so you have to work. I mean, I did with 21. I worked with like a dialect coach for only about 2 weeks before
Let me try
we
that.
started
I
making the
work
film.
with like a dialogue coach.
That's okay. That's pretty good.
Not bad.
Not bad.
But see, he would know what part of
Yeah, right.
Britain you sound like you're from.
I know.
You might not sound like you're from London. You might sound
Yeah,
like
what
you're
part of
from
Britain was that from?
From New York,
Yeah.
Britain.
New York, Britain?
It's from Staffordshire. It's like,
From the
really?
New York Pizza Parlor in East London.
I like Australians. Everything goes up at the end.
Yeah, that's true. I just did an Australian accent too. I
Did
was
you?
I was
Yeah.
in that film, The Legend of the Guardians, where I was playing an Australian owl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
what's the accent for Australian?
It was what he just did.
All goes up at the end.
It just go up at the end.
And then we realized there was a fire, and then like everything like has that lilt up at the end. It's a silly, stupid accent.
Certain parts of England do that too. Birmingham, I think.
Really
Don't they all
good.
come up from like Liverpool and Birmingham or whatever? No, but
Don't scare Jim Sturgis. He's going to be nominated for an Oscar. We could be friends with an Oscar.
I missed what you
nominated
said.
actor.
Do Australians come from?
no, don't.
Australia.
We're in. There's parts of England too where the accent comes up at the end too. It's like
Oh no, that's true. That's Birmingham.
Birmingham, yeah, because Ollie talks like that.
Everything's like that from Birmingham.
He's like,
Liverpool.
Yeah, that's
They
good.
do that too.
Yeah.
They get that.
Guy's promoting a movie and we're all just doing impressions of other people.
How stupid are we?
Well, he can't explain the movie.
No, he can't explain the movie. He's incapable of explaining his own movie.
I am incapable of explaining the movie. It's inexplainable.
You know who saw the movie is Roland. Maybe Roland could help us out.
Oh, God. He is the
no, I'm
worst.
serious, though. Because I want to do right by
Roland's
Jim
up. He's
Sturgis.
still trying to find Bruce Springsteen somewhere.
Yeah. Where's Bruce? Bruce. Here he comes. Now, we haven't done this in quite a while.
Hey, Roland, we like this Jim Sturgis guy. I don't know if he
Yeah.
likes us, but we like him.
Yes, no, he's
He's got a cool accent. We've been discussing it.
Yeah. And he knows how to speak American when he has to.
Do an English accent.
Hello.
That's pretty good, though.
I could tell what street he lived on with that.
Yes, exactly. You got it zeroed right down.
I've got the
Asshole road.
postcode and everything.
That was like Monty Python shit, man.
Yeah, Mrs. Doubtfire.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That was a good-
I thought my dad was in the room.
Say good morning or something for everybody.
Good morning. Have a cup of coffee.
No.
What is that? First of all, it's tea.
Yes.
What are you doing?
I don't know.
That wasn't even close.
Top of the morning to you.
Why does everything go like this?
Yeah, they don't all jump out of planes as they speak.
All right. Jim Sturgis from Heartless. Listen to Roland describe the movie. He's great at
Roland,
this.
give us a
Did you see
little
it, Roland?
synopsis
I
of
did see
Heartless, the new
Roland sees
movie.
everything.
It's really
Yeah.
good. It's scary,
Uh-huh.
and it's like a intertime with like a love story type, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I love chick flicks, but this will scare you though.
What do you're not selling it by saying chick flick at all, so don't say that.
It's not.
It's a good date movie.
Why-
It is a good day movie.
Why will it scare you?
It has
What did he say?
Let's sell it like that. No, we should. This is a perfect date movie. This is.
He's like,
Well,
it's a
there's some scenes where you go
Anyone
like,
under the age of 15 should take their first time sweetheart to go and see this movie.
At this point, Jim's like, I flew all the way from London for this shit.
for this drivel.
but it's really good though. There's some scenes where you go ooh, and then
Oh, really? Out loud?
yeah.
Don't give away is there a big reveal that he can't give away? Like
He already did it though. Ooh.
Yeah.
It was a major.
But it's a really good movie though.
But he
It is a really good movie.
It is
by the
really
way.
good.
I know we're trying to sell it, but it is
Yeah.
a really good movie.
Cool, man.
Good to hear.
Yeah.
how far into it does it get scary, or does it start off frightening immediately?
Kind of pretty soon, doesn't
Yeah.
it? Yeah. It's basically about a young guy who's he has a heart-shaped birthmark across the left-hand side of his face, and he's kind of outcast from society, and he starts to sort of struggle to make sense of the world. And he basically starts to see these hooded gangs. In England, a lot of kids hang around with their hoods up because we have CCTV footage all over.
Oh, right,
all the
right.
cameras
yeah,
all
yeah,
around
there's
London,
cameras
so all the
everywhere.
kids all walk around with their hoods over their heads. And so my character starts thinking that these kids are actually these sort of demonic creatures who are causing all the violence around the streets of East London.
Oh, and
And
is
that's how
he
it all kind of
just
starts.
Paranoid, or is it really?
That's the kind of ooh at the end. You
That's
know?
that's the Roland.
Yeah.
And he has a heart-shaped.
But he has a facial disfigurement, and he basically makes a deal. It's a sort of Faustian, a sort of take on the Faustian story where he makes a deal with this strange sort of devil-like character to get the birthmark removed from his face so he can fall in love with the woman of his dreams.
But you can't get something for nothing, my friends, right?
That's right.
Ooh.
There you go.
Roland, what do you say? Give it your best reaction. What's wrong with him?
He's a creep. That's what's wrong with him.
It's a shame this is radio because his facial expressions
I
is
know,
better than
it's
that.
classic. It really is.
So basically, the guy, the heart thing, is it like a port wine stain, like one of those
Yeah,
people?
exactly that. Yeah.
Those awful stains they have.
Jesus, why are you so mean?
You ever see somebody with a port wine stain?
I went to college with one of those kids.
I'm not gonna be
I felt
so
so
mean.
bad for him. Man.
I didn't.
But he got a lot of pussy.
From who? Alcoholic chicks?
I don't know.
They didn't understand what that meant.
The kid did really well, and half his face, half his fucking face.
Oh, you know how mad they must have been when he turned to the left? I'm like, oh, fuck. Why did I go out with this zilch?
Oh, him again. Fuck.
You're fucking out of your mind.
It is.
You don't have a port. No, he's fun.
No, my brother does.
Oh, see,
You watch that?
he's
brother.
acting. It was acting. Like when you said you won an Emmy.
My acting was awful, though.
I know.
He knew I was lying because my eyes opened really wide.
I got an Emmy, Mr. Faversham.
Hey, so the youth are really walking around with their hoods up in London?
Yeah. It's a big thing, and it is scary. You know, you get like a group of like I don't know, 7, 8, 10 kids all hanging around the bus stops with their hoods up.
Yeah.
But they're not going to do anything like...
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of knife
they're
crime
doing
in London.
bad things.
Are they black kids or white kids or both?
Both.
Yeah, because here it's usually up north. You know.
A lot of knife crimes?
Yeah, there's a lot of knife crime in London and Manchester.
Yeah, you guys got to legalize guns.
Yeah.
No, we don't have any. We don't have any knives in New York.
Yeah, no, it's a big problem.
No, when there's killings around here, it's guns, my friend.
Yeah.
We know how to shoot
We're all
things
about
up.
guns in this country,
We're
sir.
the Wild West. That's what everybody thinks the U.S. with our gun
it's so
crimes.
Much, it's so much more glamorous as well.
It really is. Like stabbing is, you can run away from someone with a knife.
And it's just,
You just got to be faster than the guy with the knife.
Exactly.
But here, it's hard to outrun a bullet. Do you guys ever get jealous over there that we have so many guns?
All the time.
Yeah?
Everyone from England just wants to be American.
Do the Bobbies carry guns now? Is that
No, I mean, some of them are starting to, but no,
yeah,
it's not
but
a
some
big
of them
thing.
just have like
They
a billy club.
A truncheon,
All right,
yeah.
break it up then.
Yeah.
All right then. What's all this then?
A truncheon and a very, very loud voice.
Yeah, and big tall hats.
And a big
Those
tall
guys are
hat.
fucking brave, though, man. To walk around trying to break up crimes without a pistol.
Yeah, how is it brave when there's no guns around?
Because I'm afraid of being beaten up. I'm not going to be afraid of being shot necessarily, but I don't want to be beaten up.
Yeah.
Your gun, it's your last resort. You got a stick.
Yeah, but if a guy wants to beat up a cop, he can't shoot him.
Sure, he can if he feels like his life's in danger.
Nah, you really can't.
Just weird that they don't
You
give
could
them
beat
guns.
him up back with a stick.
But
So
the gun's a deterrent, though. Knowing that a guy's going to kick the shit out of you, he might not because he knows you have a pistol. They're not looking at the rules. When they're going to get shot, they're like, all right, I can't fuck with this guy. He's got a gun.
Hey,
no, if a guy goes to assault an officer, it's very rare that if he doesn't have a weapon on him, that the officer can justifiably shoot him. There's many other less lethal ways to take somebody down. So I would think in England, where there's not many weapons.
In England, we like to just talk it through,
Yeah, you just talk it out.
Yeah, we just talk it out.
The Bobby's there with the bad guy with his hood up, just going, all right, go on, then. Everybody's fine.
That's like every cop from Jack the Ripper times. You feel like
I know.
Fog.
So like, the fog and the
I've never been to London.
guy blowing the whistle.
Picture,
We've got another one.
I picture a lot of fog in London.
Yeah,
Never
that's pretty
been there.
close. Yeah.
I spent 6 hours on the way to Kuwait when we were doing Iraq. We landed in
London?
Heathrow for 6 hours. Yeah, that was my only time.
And there was fog, right?
I was at the airport. I
Wasn't
was
foggy at the
scared of being
airport?
detained. I was afraid they were going to detain me for some reason.
Detained.
So this wasn't a complete waste of time. I wanted Johnny in Jersey to talk about Heartless. He saw
okay.
the movie there, Jim Sturgis. Johnny.
Don't ruin it, asshole.
Yeah, don't ruin the movie. But what
love
did you
our
think of the
listeners.
movie?
All I can say is it's a great movie. Sturgis is just so sympathetic in this film until the woo kicks in.
His Roland reaction.
And little Jimmy, you do deserve an Oscar.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
No, Jim Sturgis, Jim Norton.
No, he met me.
He
Oh,
did
did he?
meet
Oh,
you?
shit, that's embarrassing.
Yeah, Jimmy's in a
that's
movie
terrible.
too.
Okay.
Tell him about
That
your
is
movie,
terrible.
Jimmy.
What
Two-
movie?
Well, just two actors talking about their movies. He's in a movie. You're in a movie.
What movie?
What movie is in? Oh,
The one where you have a port wine birthmark right across the left side of your
He doesn't
butt
want
cheek.
to. He doesn't want to talk.
That movie. Yee. I actually didn't know what you meant. I blocked it out like a childhood rape.
I thought. I just figured me and you would do a bit today.
Oh, I really didn't know.
I thought you might have a movie that you just happen to be in as well.
Okay, I'm looking at the poster for it right now.
Yeah, it was. No.
Doesn't it just look zany?
What is that bear doing to that guy?
It's Brendan Fraser, and the bear is basically doing to him what that film did to the audience. Fucking his hiney.
Oh, God.
How many, Danny, how did it do on, what was the final on Rotten Tomatoes? Or
As far as box office or rating?
both?
Rating.
Rating on IMDb is a 2.9
Out of 3?
out of 10. So that's almost 3. That's pretty good.
Jim Sturgis just looked over his shoulder. That's never a good sign.
He's looking at his people. Get me out of here.
Help.
He's probably starstruck. He saw Furry Vengeance. He wants to get a
That's
DVD
true.
signed. You know.
I wondered if that was you in the bear suit.
And
big part.
gross did about 18 mil.
Is that all it did?
Wow,
18 million.
that's good.
So how do they even pay you?
Oh boy, you should have seen the Honey Wagon shit trailer they had us in for 2 weeks. I played a construction worker, and it's like, again, I don't expect a fucking Will Smith double wide, 2-floor trailer, but how about something? I was pissing in the sink.
What did you get? Like one of those that
I was
turns
pissing in
into
the sink
a
of a Honey Wagon.
tent?
What's that?
What'd you get? One of that like has a tent for the top,
Like
No.
when people go camping in?
That's exactly what it was. It's a tractor trailer.
That looks got a bunch of them, though.
Yeah, but it's not. They're literally.
Yeah, if each one's a room, that's pretty slim.
It's horrendous.
Do you laugh at the people that have to go in that trailer?
No, because I'm from England and all our trailers are about that size.
Really?
Oh, you have one?
everything's smaller in England.
What about
That's a big lorry. We call them trucks.
Right.
Yeah.
But for big fucking,
he's like, right. This guy's great.
but for like if you're the lead, like obviously Brooke Shields and Brendan Fraser had fucking trailers.
Of course they did. They're the stars,
and they should. But it was the other guys, like lower, who had a lot more than fucking dialogue.
How big of a trailer did the bear have?
I didn't see the bear.
You didn't see the bear?
I did not see them. They did have a real bear there. I understand he was a panic. But our Patrice was fucking he's a comedian I know too, and we were just commiserating. He was fucking miserable.
Yeah,
I was too. 2 weeks in a fucking honey wagon
for what?
For that shoot.
For that shoot?
Yeah, it's just the worst.
You mispronounce shit.
I keep saying honey wagon, but that's what they call them.
Hey, Jim, you do some singing too? Because you
Yeah.
got some music in this movie, Heartless?
Yeah, I did. Well, the director wrote a load of songs, and we sort of did some music together. So I sort of performed
cool.
2 songs in the film. Yeah.
Are they hard songs or kind of love songs? What are they?
Yeah, one's just one's kind of electronic sort of song, which is the title track to the film, which sort of plays at the end credits. And then there's a film called The Other Me, which is a really sad kind of acoustic sort of song that we wrote.
Is this the first time you ever sang publicly or no?
You're sensitive, son.
No, it's not. No, well, I used to be in a band a long time ago, about 5 years ago.
Here's the inside of the honey wagon. That's Patrice.
Oh, you have it there. Yeah, he looks pretty fucking miserable.
Yeah, in general, that's every day.
Just look at poor Patrice in his stupid 1907 hat. Look,
What is he doing?
Oh, how miserable does he look?
Is he
Poor Patrice.
miserable? And what, did you just have to sit on a couch and just...
Literally, there's nothing to do.
Nothing in
I
there?
honestly was just pissing in the sink because there's no toilet in there.
And you got to piss a lot.
How is there no
Jimmy has to
toilet?
pee a lot.
I would know. I just stood up at the sink.
Terrible.
I would whiz in my own sink.
Oh, my God. He's laughing at you.
Yeah.
No, he knows. He's done with this.
You got a lot of press to do today, Jim?
Not too much. No, we got a few bits, a few kind of round table interviews we've got to do later.
Oh, round table for print journalism?
Yeah, for the print stuff, yeah.
Yeah, we had to. They sent us to cover Comic-Con this year, me and her, and we went and I say that every place we went out, no one's ever questioned why I call Sam her. They just think I have an ugly kind of mulatto girlfriend. And they gave us a bunch of what round tables with microphones. What fucking douchebags we felt like.
Really?
Oh, it was fucking. Who was it? The one? Simon Pegg. Sigourney Weaver and Jeffrey Tambor were at the one. It was for whatever they just did, and there was 5 of us at the table.
Is this for Furry Vengeance? Or?
No, this was for us just covering it for the radio station.
Oh, okay, right. Gotcha.
Jimmy does a lot of stuff.
And what was the?
Oh, you were asking the question.
We were we were supposed to interview them.
Okay,
but the publicity department here sent us out and got us round tables, which is for print. So it was everyone, all these bloggers and journalists just putting their fucking recorders out, and me and Dummy sitting there with a fucking handheld mic. It was fucking huge. I couldn't have been more. It was a plastic dick, and I was just holding it back and forth. It was humiliating.
And then, like, the next day, he's on Jay Leno. Jimmy has a very strange life.
It was humiliating.
He's got a really weird life, Jim Norton. Hey, we're talking to Jim Sturgis. He was also in Across the Universe. I still haven't seen that fucking film. I hear it's really good, too.
Yeah, there's a bit of singing in that one as well.
Did you sing a song in that?
Yeah, I sang a couple of songs in that.
Which ones?
They were all Beatles songs.
No, I know that.
So, what did I sing? God.
All You Need Is Love.
All You Need Is Love, Girl, Strawberry Fields, I've Just Seen a Face. God, there was a whole bunch of them.
I'm gonna have to get that movie.
Fun.
Yeah, that was a good time. That was the first time I ever came to New York. I'd never been to America before.
Who did you play in that? I didn't see it.
I played Jude. Like, all the characters are characters from Beatles songs. So there's like a Jude and a Jojo and a Prudence and a Sadie and
They filmed
Dr.
it around
Robert
New York,
and-
too.
Yeah, it was all filmed around in New York, yeah.
Did Fiona Apple, because she had a cool video years ago for Across the Universe. Was she involved with that film? Did she do it?
No, she had a
Disconnected.
great version of Across
Yeah, I
the
loved
Universe. Very good, yeah.
It was a really weird video where there was like violence happening, and it was kind of it was slow motion violence happening around her.
Violence.
I'll just make that as a statement as opposed to a point of conversation. That's a period, not a semicolon. Move right along.
Here, I want a little taste of Jim Sturgis. You got a little taste of him?
Oh.
Damn.
Jeez, man.
Damn.
You're not going to play the whole song, eh?
Do you get embarrassed hearing yourself sing?
Yeah, kind of, yeah.
Sounds good, man.
Sounds good.
Are you kidding me? Roland, sing the same song. You want to hear embarrassment. Go ahead.
What song was it?
Headphones.
I don't have headphones.
Oh, jeez.
Just sing any Beatles song, because Jim Sturgis is embarrassed, so we got to...
Hey Jude.
No, just Strawberry Fields. Go ahead.
Oh, Strawberry Fields Forever.
See, you're not embarrassed anymore. See how we do that?
And the way his voice...
Just like the end of Heartless, I was scared, man.
Yes.
The way his voice trails off, it's scary, because it's not like he's singing Hey Jew. Hey Jew.
I know people don't like hearing their own voices, but I got to say, that's a great version of Strawberry Fields.
Yeah, all the music was great. There was an amazing
great job with it,
T-Bone
man.
Burnett. Do you know that guy? He did all the music for it. He did all the music for it.
Did you get to meet any of the Beatles?
Ringo. I met Ringo.
Did you?
Yeah.
Why? Was he on set?
So you didn't really
Nah,
meet
he
a Beatle. They don't really respect him in
Yeah, does that
America.
count? Yeah, because that
Not
counts.
really.
Yeah, man. He's Ringo. He was amazing.
How'd you meet him?
He was at a screening of the film, and me and the actress who played Lucy, Evan Rachel Wood, we just happened to be having dinner together in Los Angeles, and then Julie Taymor, the director, phoned us and said, "You have to get down to the screening. Ringo Starr's here." So we ran in late.
Was he tearing tickets?
But we spent the whole movie watching the movie, you know.
And you spoke to him after?
Odd.
Yeah, we spoke to him, yeah.
Wow.
And then I have a picture of him kind of doing the peace sign, but he's got his baseball cap on and he looks more like Steven Spielberg than he does Ringo
really?
Starr.
Did people know he was there, or was it kind of he snuck in?
Yeah, I think it was him and his wife and George Harrison's wife, and there was like a whole bunch of them that were all there, yeah.
We almost met a Beatle, right, Ant?
When?
We were invited to some Beatle thing, thinking all the Beatles were going to show up, and then it was like...
Oh, there's only two left.
There was like one girlfriend that sort of was with one of the members of the band. That's the closest we got. And we really thought we were in.
Didn't you see Paul McCartney here or something?
Yeah, I've talked to Paul McCartney. It's no big deal.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, he's just a regular guy. He shits like the rest of us.
He probably doesn't, though. He probably, before he shits, he probably lays down a stack of bills and stands on it.
He's very wealthy.
Yeah, he really is. By bills, I meant like the end of hats. Boo!
All right, well, have we promoted Heartless enough? This really is going to be a good film.
Yeah.
We're in a weird mood today, Jim.
No, that's good.
What's the next movie that's coming out?
The next one's called The Way Back.
The Way Back? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, right, I actually did about that.
Yeah.
There's no demons or singing in that movie.
No?
It's a World War II movie, yeah?
Yeah, it's all about...
And it has Oscar buzz already, right, Roland?
Yeah, Peter Weir directed.
Huh?
Yeah, Peter Weir directed the movie.
Peter Weir?
Wow.
Peter Weir.
I hope it has a happy ending this time.
It's pretty epic, man.
See?
What do you mean?
The Nazis
I
win.
understood.
I'm teasing, of course.
Why are they giving it Oscar buzz already?
If you see the trailer, it's phenomenal. Everybody even...
There's a lot of trailers that look great.
Not really, though. But like, you see Jim's acting, and then everybody else is... I mean,
is he going to win an Oscar?
He get nominated.
Huh?
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
Just from the trailer? He's
But
getting nominated?
Yeah,
do you know how nice it is to hear someone just saying, well, you see Jim's acting? I know he's talking about him, but I don't care. I'm just basking in that for a second.
You are just... You
what
like
that
how
must
that
feel
feels,
like to
right.
hear. That's
That
a great...
you.
Yeah, Jim was terrific in that movie.
Yeah.
Well, you know.
Do a lot of acting. You're good, Jimmy.
I
I
stink.
watch you. No, you're not.
My left
Yeah,
eye
yeah.
blinks a lot. I'm completely uncomfortable
Does
to look
it?
at. Oh, it's fucking hideous.
What do you do this?
I just do it involuntarily for my whole life. I've done it.
You should have been in Heartless with that.
Oh, yeah, maybe.
see?
If a role calls for a twitch, I gotta fucking...
Yeah.
But if it's anything that you have to enjoy what you're looking at...
You're not getting romantic leading man
Imagine
roles?
having a port wine birthmark and a twitching eye. I mean,
That would
he's
be
going
cool.
to alienate you from the rest of society.
Twitch King, Jimmy.
I'm fucking horrible.
Really?
Oh,
You
I
think
just
you're
saw
horrible?
photos of myself from the fucking Florentine roast. What a fat-necked twat. Yeah, smiling and talking, and I just have a fucking big blubber roll into my fucking... Ugh.
He doesn't like himself.
He's got, yeah.
But you know how it is. You see
image
yourself on film, you're
issues.
critical. Like, he's a handsome dude, so for him it's not as bad. But even, like, no matter what it is about you, I'm not saying that a queer way. I'm just saying, you know, if I had to look like anybody in the room, it'd be you. Open would be second, you'd be first. I'd look like you if I could.
Thank you.
Sam's a distant third.
Oh, my God.
So,
Where's the rock fall in that?
E-Rock with his fucking moldy smelling shirt. Old moldy shirt.
Moldy shirt.
His shirt smells like you ever like have your shirt washed and then you leave it in the washer overnight and it begins to dry naturally.
Oh, that's not good.
That's his laundry method.
That's how E-Rock decided to come in today.
I think that's his shirt. Am I right, Eric? Does your shirt smell moldy?
Didn't to me.
Of course, it never does to the person wearing it.
Oh my God! We just saw your belly.
Oh
when you
God!
did that.
We have a camera in that room so we could see E-Rock.
Oh my
we see like his whole body.
Wow!
And he just pulled his shirt up to smell it. I don't know what that was.
Yeah. Look like you pulled the cover off a giant carp.
That was a big.
I want someone
belly.
to smell your shirt.
Roland, question for Jim Sturgis about Heartless.
Yeah, go ahead.
Something we didn't cover. I want to make sure we promote this movie properly for him.
It is. I just say if you go out this Friday and see Heartless, it's a great movie though. You'll enjoy it.
Cool.
It genuinely is like nothing you've seen before, honestly.
Yeah.
It's completely out there.
Yeah, that's why I keep pushing it, because I don't want people to think it's just another horror movie. It
it's
sounds like it's a little different.
It's better because English director and everything, so it's more.
So that's better?
Yeah, the director's a really, honestly, a phenomenal artist and he's known back in London for all his artwork, and he's a kind of real Renaissance man. Like, he's a poet, and he writes children's stories, and he's a photographer.
Renaissance?
That's such a great way to say it, right?
I know.
And
they
he's
always say things better than we do. We've fucked up your language.
Well, how would you say it?
Renaissance.
Renaissance.
Everything has to be nasally and hard in America.
I like aluminium.
Yeah.
We call it aluminum.
That makes no sense.
It doesn't.
That makes no sense.
Why am I yelling at you?
Jimmy! See how that hurts?
Jetstream!
My favorite is Schedule. Myself, I like the Schedule.
What do you say?
Schedule.
Schedule.
Just hard, fucking nasally shit.
Schedule. But we have guns.
And you got fog.
Yes.
A lot of fog in Heartless. Just say there's a lot of fog.
There is a bit of fog in Heartless.
A lot of fog machines were used.
So it's not even out yet?
The film.
Friday.
How'd you see it?
He's rolling.
On Heartless.com.
He downloaded it illegally. Oh, no,
Yeah.
I didn't. No.
Yeah, Roland and two Somalians actually stand outside on a blanket and sell films of people that have come in here to promote it. Sign this?
That would suck. Oh, that would be awful.
All right, let's get Jim out of here.
All right,
he hasn't slept
he's
yet.
a busy man.
Take a break.
Yeah, so Jim Sturgis, thank you, man.
Heartless is
thank
on
you.
Friday, and not that you're here to promote the other one, but I actually, before Roland mentioned it, The Way Back is the other one that's out in December or January, so just look for that as well.
World War II film.
Yeah.
Which is getting Oscar buzz already.
Very cool, man.
Cool. Thank you, guys.
Enjoy New York, brother.
Thank you very much.
All right.
Opie and Anthony, mornings. Ron and Fez, middays on the Virus. Sirius XM.
Waiting for the arrival of Pat Cooper. He's got a book coming out. How dare you say, how dare me?
How dare you say, how dare me?
That's the name of his book.
Yeah, it's one of his famous quotes.
We love Pat Cooper.
Yeah, I love him. It definitely saves my voice when he comes in.
Oh, my God. Just sit back and listen.
Yeah, I don't have to talk because I can't.
Who told you that?
You can't get a word in edgeways. What?
And Jim Sturgis, he was all right, man.
Yeah, he was. I was kind of beating on him.
I don't know why you would do that.
Well, because I didn't know him from a hole in the wall.
He's pretty famous.
And I didn't know he was a fucking limey. Did you know he was a fucking limey?
Honestly, I did not, because I saw 21, which the movie was good. I liked the book.
And he talked like a real normal person.
But he was really good in 21.
Yeah.
And that Across the Universe, I want to see. I don't know why I haven't seen it yet. But I hear that's like kind of a weird movie. It's kind of almost like a musical or something.
Yes.
A little strange.
I think I woke up once, and that movie was on, right?
Uh-huh.
So I'm watching it, and I went, holy shit, what is this immense piece of crap?
Oh, you didn't like it?
Ugh! They're just all singing and dancing, and it's Beatles songs, but done poorly.
Was it
like, he was good, obviously. I'm not even saying it to kiss anyone's ass. Like,
well, he's long gone. You don't have to say that.
He was singing Strawberry Fields and shit, and it sounded good.
He's got a good voice.
Yeah, and he's got that English thing going, so you can sing Beatles. You've seen the Beatles. But that movie...
Was it like Glee? Was it Beatles Glee?
It was more
I don't
like,
even know what Glee is still. I don't really understand Glee.
You ever see the movie Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band?
Nope.
With Peter Frampton and the Bee Gees, and that's pretty much what I felt like I was watching.
They're singing their way through the movie?
Yeah.
Singing their way through the storyline or something?
Yeah.
Was it kind of like Tommy?
A rock opera? Are you dubbing it a rock opera?
The movie Tommy, where
Yes.
everything was just played out in song.
Yeah, yeah,
I hate that shit.
Like
I hate that shit.
Tommy, I saw the play, Tommy. I saw the play on right there on Broadway. And that was all right, but the movie sucked.
Is there anything worse than musicals?
No, I hate the musical.
Every once in a while,
What year is this?
you drag to a musical on Broadway. It's like, when are they going to stop singing and talking?
I know. Stop.
I'm more comfortable with talking.
Yeah, just talk. I hate when they sing dialogue. They just burst in a song. Right when you kind of forget you're watching a musical.
Right.
And all of a sudden, like, ding, 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 the piano starts. And you're like, right.
Hear me.
Boom, boom, ba-dee-dee-dee-ding, ba-ding, bing. But, like, you knew these songs.
You know what? I got to bring up a memory.
Yeah?
You know, I had to fucking miss Christmas with my family because I had to be the guy that played Tommy.
What?
For the special weekend programming around Christmas. What? I'm like, you're forcing me to stay in Rochester, New York, when my family's on Long Island, just so I could push play on a fucking Tommy CD?
Wow.
Sorry, I just remembered that. Family is celebrating Christmas when you still cared about Christmas, and I'm in Rochester, and it wasn't... They didn't need me.
You got fucked, my friend.
We had to play it from beginning to end, Tommy.
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 Tommy. That was one of my favorite bits ever.
I know. Dice.
I don't even
Tommy.
know if people have patience to sit through the Tommy bit again. What was the other one? The lady that couldn't... Is that the same bit? E-Rock, help me out.
Oh, my God.
I'm all over the place.
E-Rock. Where's E-Rock?
Remember the woman that wanted to win the tickets?
Oh,
and we
yeah,
made
yeah.
believe we couldn't hear her for an hour straight, and she
You
just
hear me?
refused to fucking...
Yeah.
Fucking...
Oh, God, E-Rock. I thought for a second he was pulling a speed on us and just looped the video of him in front of it and left the studio. Like speed.
But you see a quick edit of like a donut heading to his face. Just for like one frame.
That trips him up. It's like, hey, wait a minute. He picked that donut up and then it was gone. But it was really just him eating it that quickly. We thought it was a film glitch.
I just said how much I like a bit, and I don't know anything about the bit.
No.
That's wonderful. What was it? It was for some horseshit tickets. God. It was a wrong number. And it goes on for...
Antoinette.
What?
Was her name Antoinette?
Yeah.
You left her on live during the commercials?
All that shit.
Oh, right. Yeah, I don't remember that, though.
It was hello.
Oh, hello.
She said hello a million times, right?
Oh, I'm here. Hello.
Hello.
I'm here.
Why
I'm
can't
here.
you hear me?
I'm here. I'm here. For Rick Springfield tickets?
Yeah, for lousy Rick Springfield tickets.
Yeah. Cousin Scott remembers everything.
They basically give away those tickets if you fucking buy $20 worth of groceries, and she's waiting online for an hour to try to get them from us. That fucking Glee. What is that about?
Glee?
We should know about pop culture.
It's like some
I
kind
don't
of
get
musical show. They have this drama, and then they do like a musical number.
Tell Sam to not. No, don't bother Sam.
Show stinks
He's
on
running
ice.
down the
Look at
hall.
Sam's
You're
running.
You're not on the air today.
I know what Glee is about.
We're punishing Sam because of his 19-inch TV. He's not going to be on the show.
Backpack. My backpack.
We're punishing
Here
you.
comes Sam
We're
with his
punishing you. No.
backpack.
After your 19-inch TV, you do not deserve airtime today. No. We'll get your TV update tomorrow. Tomorrow, I say.
Tomorrow.
You wanted a Glee update.
I said you're not on the air.
What is it? What is Glee?
That means I could turn his mic on.
Pat Cooper is
Coming up, thank God.
Is he yelling at the security or something? Oh, Jesus.
Where did Jimmy go? Did he just give up? I wouldn't blame him. What?
I'm on the air.
Jimmy's in a meeting?
An informal meeting.
About what?
I don't sit in on his meetings. That's Mr. Norton's business.
He can't just have a meeting.
Well, he's got to, people have to talk to people.
Oh, boy, Pat Cooper looks angry.
Oh, he's always angry. Look at him. He looks constipated.
Did you just have a meeting?
A meeting?
We were just chatting, but he's like, all right, I know you got to go back on the air.
Who were you chatting with?
Bladder, but he makes sense.
Disappointed.
My God, you've cut out his brain, you bloody baboons. Yeah?
You got a scar. They got to you, didn't they?
No. But he,
They got to you.
No, it was only
Oh, not that guy again. Why did you bring him, Pat?
Oh, that guy.
I remember that guy.
Hi, Pat.
What awful pants that guy has on. Pat
Hi,
Cooper.
what's up, Pat
How are you, my
Cooper? How
friend?
are you, sir?
How are you, my friend?
All right. Am I here legally?
Yes, you
Oh,
are.
yes, legally.
Just want to be here.
Everything's fine.
How's the baby?
Baby's fine, Mr. Cooper. I introduced
I don't
my son
like
to
being
Pat
called
Cooper
that,
on the
by the
street.
way.
Excuse me.
See the baby? I was making self-deprecating humor
Yes, well, because
without the
you
humor.
deprecated.
I just left the humor out.
Me and Mr. Cooper had a moment on the streets of New York. He met
you?
he met my wife and my beautiful baby.
Excuse me. You talking to me, sir?
Yes, I am.
One of the book signings?
What?
You want to come to one of the book
You're the worst.
Holy shit, are you Harvey? You're not on mic. You're not.
Let him ask. He's
What?
got nothing else to do.
You should be on mic.
You're getting nervous about it. This is
Oh, you
your
should be
show.
on mic.
We'll turn
What is
around.
going on? You're gonna plug something.
No.
See, if you want to plug something, you get on mic.
Don't pay attention.
What?
Be a professional like Pat Cooper. He's a professional.
Why did you bring him back?
I have to bring him back.
Why?
Because he's responsible for a lot of things in that book, my friend.
All right, he can wait outside.
I supplied the material. He built the house. That's the truth, because
See,
I don't know how to
he's
write.
babbling into thin air.
After 36 hours in a goddamn studio, and a genius came out.
What is that guy in the corner saying?
He's talking, but it's not on the air because he's not
we on the
anywhere
air?
near a microphone.
Yeah, but he's bitching
We're
about
on the air.
something.
On the air.
Yes, we're on the
Well, set up
air.
a sign, a red sign or something. Let's get a picture of my father.
Send up a flare. Hey, thanks.
What was that guy bitching about?
Excuse me?
Him.
Yeah,
Do me a favor. He's not here.
Well, that's what I'm hoping for. Pat Cooper,
he's
the book
not
looks
here.
terrific. I remember that. All right.
This is the cheap bastards we give that kind of promotion.
Pat said the hardcover is out. We get the softcover cheap bastard promotion.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
why do we?
called-
Why do we?
Living on 7 years?
I am, yeah.
Did I just see you in a movie?
Probably if you had your eyes held open really wide. It wasn't. No, I know.
Was it called Furry Vengeance?
Because I cheer when I see you. I see he's on air. See? That's.
Oh, that's a nicer
that's the
version of the book.
hardcover.
Well, we did
That's
that because,
good.
you know,
Wrap
who you?
someone in the head with
when
that
did you
one.
guys become popular in my life? I got a life to lead.
We were bitching because we wanted the hard copy
You
of
got
the
a
book.
right to bitch.
We don't want the soft copy.
Shut up.
It says advanced
All right.
advanced reading copy. I like
First
this.
of all, thank you for having me on.
Oh,
Let's
now
start
that we've
with
been on the
that.
air for
Second
15
of all,
minutes.
now your ratings will go right through the roof.
I'm
Oh,
hoping.
yeah?
But not to people.
Haven't heard the word ratings in years.
What's ratings?
Yeah, they don't have it
I
here
think-
on satellite radio.
I think Pat came in
Nah.
6 months ago to promote this book
Yes,
that wasn't
we
even
talked
written at
about
the
it.
time.
Listen to me.
Really?
What
Listen
happened?
to me.
All right.
I
What
have
happened
never
now?
had an ego problem. But I'm going to tell you this.
Uh-oh.
This is nailed. I nailed it. It's
Did you
one of
nail
the
it?
best books out there. I don't care if I sell one, but I know what I did. It's a dynamo. It's a museum piece.
You get a forward by Jerry Lewis, which is great.
No, but you know what he did?
What did he
called
do?
me up Wednesday, and he says to me, Pat, you wrote a great book. That's why I forwarded before the book come out. He never read it. He trusted me.
Wow.
Yeah.
And I said, Jerry, he says, Pat, I know you're a lot of years. I've been in your house. He says, you're a naturally funny guy.
Absolutely.
This book says it.
Yes.
great.
I'm not coming. I'm not looking for accolades, but these guys, what do they know? They're young.
We don't know anything.
You're on your way. You're the future. This is over. This crap.
Yeah,
I got to
what
do
are
this
you
in a
gonna do?
gondola in Italy for about a week.
That's it. Doesn't matter to me.
This is your first book,
Biding
right?
my time.
First one, right? Your first book?
It's the first and only. After this, I'm dying.
What? Oh, you've been saying that for years.
What, do you mind? Swear to God. You know something?
Hang out for a little while.
Just remarkable how this country is being held hostage in this fucking building. I mean, I never saw stupidity. I mean, I could have come in here and did whatever I want to. You know, all you got to do is see if you move at an angle, they'll arrest you.
Right.
No reason at all. Guys, so why you moving like that? I have a peg leg. Do you mind? They don't know.
You had to go through security or
You
something?
got to go to two people. You got to
What?
go to the 36 to get a tag.
Frickin' frack.
It's not frickin' frack. It's a
No?
disgraziata.
Oh,
because we're making
what's that?
people that we don't even know hold us
Disgrace.
hostage. And they talk about everyday bullies, about bullying.
Cyberbullying.
This book tells you what you do to a bully. Tell him to go fuck himself. And tell him step outside. He goes, we are outside. All right, then step inside. Fucking assholes. I'm telling you, you know, it's a pleasure to die. It's a pleasure to leave the planet.
You've had it, right?
With all
to
this
leave the
bullshit.
planet.
But you know what's going to happen? How strong the Arabs are? They're probably in heaven. They got us by the balls.
Oh, I hope
That's
not.
not good.
Yeah, St. Anthony's now is asking for ID. Will you stop reading while I'm doing my great stuff?
I'm just looking at it. I think it's great.
Get your hands off that book.
Did you look at a whole box of these? Like to look at a whole box of your book.
I got them. I got about 300 in my house.
But isn't it
I'm
great?
slipping at an angle.
Like a hoarder.
Mother of God, I'm so happy to be here that you guys are still surviving. That means I still got a chance.
Barely. We're barely surviving.
By our fingernails, we're hanging on.
By the way, the Pat Cooper...
Hang on forever, because you know why?
Business.
You know why? Nobody wants the job.
Exactly.
He got class. He walks around with a little baby on 70th Street. I cry emotionally. I said, he's fucking human.
I saw him as a human being.
You saw that side of it.
But
That's
this
unique.
kid.
Not many people get to see that
Plugging
side.
your book signing tonight.
Forget it now.
No, it's a good one.
Why weren't we invited to the big book signing tonight?
Tonight, 10 o'clock. It's at
It's
7
in the
o'clock.
neighborhood.
It's on Borders Columbus Circle, which is in the Time Warner Building.
It's a great place.
It's a great place because you're
For a
indoors
signing.
the entire time.
Yeah.
There's no outside line. It's all inside.
Yeah.
The great Pat Cooper at 7 tonight will be signing books.
You want people to go there?
I love you, huh?
You want people to go there to the book signing?
Yes.
Listen to me. Listen to me. I never thought this would happen. Never.
Really? Why
Because
not?
I wasn't interested in writing a story, but this is not only a story. It says something to young people.
Well,
stay away from Opie and Anthony.
and then you'll be successful.
Yeah.
You got some great pictures in here with all the big
this is, I
stars.
got more in here for another $11.
Oh, really? There's more pictures in the
Well, I got to
hardcover?
make a living, right? How you doing, buddy? I'm doing good, buddy.
Wow, it's weird to see Pat in a military uniform.
What do you mean in the military? As a killer.
Wow, look at that.
Oh, let's see.
I went to Korea. I shot anything that moved. I shot 9 monkeys. I thought they were human.
Picture you.
What is this here? A hotel?
Wow.
And hears things differently than
I
we
know.
My wife. I lost her 8 years ago. What a lady. What a
Oh.
lady. What a lady I
Yeah.
lost. And you know something? What's funny? I don't know how to be single.
Really?
I've been single 8 years. I don't know.
You
I don't
take
know.
your dick out and you point it at
No,
somebody.
no. I don't have any dick. It's over.
No?
Yeah,
the
he
thing
he
shrunk.
explained that last
Calamari
time.
kills everything.
Calamari.
Yeah.
It shrunk?
No, I got erection of the skin. The minute she died,
Oh, shit.
I think she put the curse on me. You're not going to do anything to anybody else. And
she
that was
put
it.
the Malukia on your balls? What happened?
I don't need it no more. I'm beyond that. You see, let me explain something to you what happens. When you're young and everything, you're married, you got your wife. After you finish sex, you go, ah. Now, when you're 82 and you pee, you go, So I enjoy peeing. I get up 2-3 times in the middle of the night, it's like having an orgasm. I go, And it's easy in your pajamas to find your pecker.
Oh, yeah?
But if you got a zipper, you'll become a Jew in about 5 minutes if you pick it up at the wrong time, you know.
gotta watch. Don't get your schmeckle caught in the
Schmeckles don't mean nothing. See, when you're my age, it don't mean shit. You know what means shit? Breathing, peeing. You know, you got words now we never had prostate, and you got words they say cancer. You got words we never fucking heard because these assholes are eating the wrong food. If you eat food of your culture, if you're a fucking horse, you don't give them a steak sandwich. If you're Italian, you eat Italian. If you're Jewish, eat Jewish. No. So the Jewish people say we got trouble. You keep eating that fucking Chinese food. Your intestines can't handle it. What is your problem? How would you like to be an intestine and comes Egg Fug Young down here?
Egg Fug Young.
And the fucking intestines going, what the hell is that for Christ's sakes? Then you're on the ball and you're going, Jesus, I got a problem. Stop eating that garbage. Chinese people eat it because they got Chinese intestines for Christ's sakes.
I love this science that we're getting.
It's not science, it's guaranteed. I'm not a doctor.
It's not science, it's guaranteed.
Fucking right. There you go.
Some of the best quotes I've ever heard.
Can I tell you something?
They're going to teach guaranteed in class.
I know,
Fuck 'em.
exactly.
They got Chinese intestines.
Chinese intestines.
So you just got to
Nobody
eat.
believes that.
I've never heard this, though, before.
Because you got a show
one.
with guests that don't say shit.
You're the first one I've heard that with this theory that cultures have to eat their own food.
But see,
But let me ask you a question. When we were growing up in the 30s and 40s and 50s,
I remember.
you ate the food of your culture.
Yeah.
I mean, we never knew what an appetizer. What about fucking appetizer? My father says, why do I need something to get me hungry? I'm fucking hungry now. Give me that macaroni now. You want a salad? Then go yesterday, right? Got $12 for a 3-colored salad. I says, can you give me 2 colors for $6? The guy asked me to fucking leave. I said, I don't want 3 fucking colors. Why must I pay for 3 colors? He goes, well, I can't take the colors out. Why? I want a 1-color salad. Who the fuck told you I need 3-color salads? This is why we're dropping dead.
It's just a salad.
This is why we're dropping dead.
Yeah.
But
But
so what
hold
about like other cultures Indians. So you
Well,
think they eat Indian
Listen to
food?
me. This is why we're fighting wars. We don't understand each other's culture. I mean, a guy walks around with a turban. That's his fucking culture.
Right.
A guy walks around with a camel. Leave him the fuck alone. You know, he goes on the sands. He's in the Sahara. He goes from town to town. God bless him. We got to open our mouth. We got to free you. I don't want to be fucking free. I'm on a fucking desert. I need my fucking camel. We're nice. We got 9 broads here. I don't have to worry about nothing. We don't want to know anything. We want to free everybody.
So we got to leave everyone alone.
Well, you know what's happening now? In a reversal, we are now being captured. So now we are going to be the fucking enemy. We're going to surrender to everybody.
So we're going to, the Chinese,
nobody
Chinese
will
are
bother you.
taking over.
I'm telling you, without firing a shot.
Yeah.
You take away our cell phones. You take away the way we can do it and the computer. We're in deep shit.
Yeah.
We don't have to fire guns no more. We just say, take it away, your toys. Mother of God, I give up. I don't give a fuck. Just give me a place to sleep, but give me my fucking toys.
Yeah.
I'm going to mom and dad. We had no toys.
No?
Toys.
You got
toys.
Do you have a cell phone now?
I had the worst one ever made.
Yeah.
It's nice. It's statics. And it's, you know,
It's
and I go,
statics.
can I hear you? Can you hear me? Because I'm deaf. This is the new one, by the way. I bought this 6 months ago. I'm hearing Sinatra. And it's the one, oh, to God, the woman said to me, a lovely lady, she said, this is the best hearing aid in the world out of Denmark.
Oh,
to
nice,
God.
huh?
But only people that speak, that's all you can
That's all you can hear.
I
yeah.
understand?
Yeah. That's tuned to
I'm
that
serious.
frequency.
People don't understand. You know what's wrong with these two guys? They don't fucking get it. That's why they're on the air. They can't hurt us. Why? Because they don't get it.
We're fucking laughing, Pat.
So how does that work? You have to plug it? It just goes in your ear and behind, or it just goes?
It's going through my ass in about 5 minutes. Yeah, this is the new one. It's a rubber here and a thing in here, and they give you sections, small, medium, and large. It's like buying soda. You know, so guy says, can you hear me? I said, wait a minute. Beep, beep, beep. Okay, wait a minute. Beep, I got you on second. Guy goes, what the hell you got in your ear? That's the new thing. It's technology. But when you put the cell phone there, can't hear nothing.
Oh, nothing.
You take it out,
boy.
you hope you make a novena that somebody's yelling fire, and you hear the fucking thing.
boy.
I got the worst, cheapest phone. Because
Why'd you do that?
I don't even have one of these goddamn things. I don't
A
have
computer?
a computer. No.
Why don't you have a computer?
I'd rather look at a blank wall, you stay out of trouble. I don't need all this crap. And let me tell you something, man. This here has got us. We forgot the trees. Remember the fucking trees?
Sure.
We forgot the animals walking through the fucking trees. We're over there going, you want to go and see a lion? I can see one on my computer. Yeah, would you? Why? You can't touch it, you dumb fuck. I mean, before you know, you're going to hump your fucking set.
Well-
They're going to say, when do you want to get laid? And you compute it. Saying that a broad will come on the thing and you get laid in imagination. That's fucking crazy.
It's called pal
Did you
talk.
see what happened there? I watched last night that girl that took over 1 in 100, that game show.
No.
Well, anyway, I don't know what her name is. She's selling her ass.
Yeah?
Every move she makes is her this way, that way. I'm going, what about the fucking game? What about 1 in 100? Who's winning the game? She goes, and then, you got 8,000. And she moves her ass. You got 30,000. I said, when the fuck is the game? They put a woman on, which is wonderful. The cost to fuck your brain up. Nobody's paying attention to the game.
No.
That's why the guy loses. He goes, it's number B, the winner, and he's looking at her ass. It's number A because you're looking at her ass, asshole. Stupid.
That's for people
because
who's-
pussy rules.
That's for
That's
people
right, pussy rules.
whose dicks are still working, though.
There's no dicks anymore, you sick bastard.
happened?
There's no more dicks. It's now it's medical. It's now your penis.
Ah, okay.
Why? Because on game shows you can say, well, it's my penis. See, now we're educated. Ed Sullivan, you couldn't say, damn Yankees. You're going to say, damn Yankees here. Damn Yankees. What the fuck? Are you wrong? Are we stupid?
You can't
it's
say damn.
Yankees.
You couldn't say damn.
No, because America got educated. We can now say, fuck.
Oh, yeah.
That was scary.
We've been saying it. The caveman said it. When he
Of
was,
course. It's real language. Why can't we...
We're not allowed to have real language. We
people are
got
very
assholes
scared.
in our fucking place in Washington. Only they fuck. You can't. Only they fuck. That's it. When
Yeah.
they say it's wrong and they're banging everything that moves.
They fuck me in the ass.
Yeah, we got rid of the Italian finally. Signora. She travels with her grandkid, a 5-year-old in a fucking limousine. I'm 82. I can't get a bicycle. You fucking believe this?
You're 82.
Yeah, next birthday.
Wow.
It's called eating the
bless
food
you.
of your culture.
Yeah, but I don't have a culture. I'm a mutt.
Yeah, you're right.
When you get
I'm a
82,
mutt.
talk to me.
But I'm a mutt.
Oh,
what
about
am I
people
supposed
that
to
don't really know their culture or
You're
they're
like me.
mixed?
Then they're not something. They're lost.
That's
They're
it.
on a fucking Sahara desert without a camel. That's what it is.
They can't eat the food
No,
of their
they
culture.
don't want to have a culture. They don't give a shit. All they give a shit about them.
No,
it's
man,
about them. They're
maybe
not
you could
interested.
pick a culture. Pick a culture.
Well, absolutely. When you go to college, if they go an hour a day in college, common sense. Why don't they teach these fucking geniuses common sense? Okay? What's that coming out of my ass? It's cold gas.
I don't think
Why?
it-
None of your fucking business. Don't ask questions. If it's gassing, that means your balls are working.
I don't think you can teach common sense, though.
Huh?
You can't teach common sense. You got to just have it.
Common
You
sense is the enemy of the fucking world because we're stupid. We are so fucking stupid, I can't get over it. I have no education, and I understand if I got a pain, you go to the fucking doctor. Now they look on a computer. Harry Horseshit tells you how to fix the pain. He says, it won't cost you a dime, okay?
You
There's
go
your-
to WebMD, it's called. It's
Yeah.
a whole and people diagnose themselves
Absolutely.
on the computer.
That shit's scary.
And you either have a cold or cancer.
Yeah.
I don't have none of this shit. You understand?
Because you eat the food of your culture.
Morning, noon, and night.
Pasta, a lot of pasta.
I don't know. See, no.
Sausage.
Broccoli Rob now is a fucking gourmet diner. We got it for nothing years ago.
Broccoli Rob?
Now, anywhere you go in a restaurant, I'm in a Chinese restaurant. I said, Moish. He goes, yes, you want some broccoli Rob in a fucking Chinese restaurant? Because it's the vegetable of the world now.
Yeah,
we got it for
they
nothing.
stole it from our culture.
No, I turned around. It cost me $212. I took a lady to dinner, okay? And I went home and had a sandwich. That's the fucking bullshit because you're dining. See, there's a thing. When you go out, you dine. If you want to eat, stay the fuck home.
And order a pizza.
That's what I... 218 fucking mozzarella sandwich with hot pepper. Then I sat on the bowl and said, this is heaven. This is heaven.
Pat just likes a good piss, a good shit.
That's right.
That's it. The simple
That's
things
what
in
your
life.
body says. When that thing is dumping, man, you're fucking happy. When you got a cramp, look out. It eats you from inside.
Yeah, sometimes you get a little blockage.
Not blockage. It's called sickness, pal.
Yeah?
That's right.
Gotta push
Because
that
people go,
sickness
I'm
out.
going to go tomorrow to the toilet. There's no fucking tomorrow. Your shit's going, no, you sick bastard. I'm staying in your shorts. Let me the fuck out of here. No, they turn around. Oh, I'm going to go with my girl first. You're going to stink up the fucking broad. No brains.
No brains.
No
Dangerous.
Common sense.
Wish I had a sense of humor.
What do you eat? What do you eat most? What do you like to eat? Like when you get up in the
I
morning?
eat in some of the, I eat like Fiorello's. I like that place on 67th Street in Broadway.
I know where it is, but I don't know.
I eat in Pomona on 63rd and 2nd. Campagnola, I eat on 74th.
All Italian joints.
No, not really.
No?
Not really. No.
They sound very Italian.
I go for fish, good fresh fish. I go to the Greek diner on
Greek?
5th.
You don't have Greek intestines? What are you doing? You're killing
yes, I
yourself.
do, because
you
the
do?
fish comes from Italy.
Oh, okay. Italian
And
fish.
Branzini comes from Israel. You got to wear a yarmulke when you eat that fish.
Yeah?
It's terrific.
That's
so
a great
that's what it
fish.
is. See, fish is the ocean of the fucking world.
Oh, okay.
Now we're turning around, we got fish in sections. The fucking shark wants to go on 3rd Avenue. Why the fuck are we pushing them on 7th Avenue?
I've never heard of a shark even on 3rd, but
Well, I'm bringing
all
a
right.
point, Doc. I don't have
That's
an
a very good
education, so I'm
point.
trying to educate you because you don't
Right,
know what
right.
the fuck I'm talking about.
No, I
He has no
understand.
education either.
No. High school
Why are we
dropout.
disturbing the environment?
I'm not happy about that,
Well,
Pat.
you're not happy a lot of things. Just a woman. I thought when I loved you when I saw you with your kid, I said, a human being.
All right.
I love him. I
A
love
human
kids.
being.
Most people don't get
I
to
love
see that,
kids.
Pat.
They turn me on.
Keep it
They're
to
just
yourself.
wonderful.
Oh, Uncle Paul.
Hey, I see a picture in the book. I want to get back to the book. You and
Wow.
George Burns from 1966.
Wow. Nice man.
19.
God
And he looked
damn.
old
I
in
worked with him
1966.
accidentally. I was going to open for Tony Martin 3 days. I got into the club 3 days earlier, and Dorothy Provine dropped out of his show. And he says, Pat, I need 15 minutes. Can you come into my show? With the Letterman were on the show, too. I said, well, I got to ask Tony Martin. He looked at me and said, excuse me? I says, Mr. Burns, because I'm his con the next show, I want to show him a courtesy.
Oh.
He calls up, and then he comes and says, Pat, you're going to laugh. I says, that's fucking class.
You're a
Because-
gentleman. You're
No,
a
I was just
gentleman.
scared. I was just scared.
I was so scared.
Pat has great
that's
photos.
Jerry Fail.
Jerry Vale.
Yeah,
We've got
Jerry Vale. The only man I know, I went to take a pee. He's behind me. I give that guy $2. Jerry goes, he's from the both of us.
Oh, great.
Wow.
Hey, he's
we
laughing
read this
back
book
there.
about people.
You got great photos.
Anthony
Quinn.
Wanted me to...
Zorba the
he said,
Greek.
I'll give anything to be like you, Anthony Quinn. He says, he's a sculptor, he's an actor. He says, but you got balls to go in front of a roast and close it without a piece of paper. I said, it's not balls, it's fucking terrified. I'm shitting in my pants and people are laughing at
You
that.
know that you got to perform.
Oh,
At
it's
that
a nice
point,
picture
yeah.
with De Niro,
Yeah.
with your wife and you and De Niro. De Niro actually looks happy to take a photo.
Wow,
with you.
yeah, look at
De Niro
that.
looks happy to take a photo with you.
Well, of course.
You.
Robert De Niro
he was
comes
looking
into
at
the
something
Friars.
else.
Listen to this shit.
Oh, yes,
He's
sir.
in the
I'm
Friars.
sorry.
I walk in, I don't know his day. He's sitting with Joy Barry, he's sitting with whatever, anyway. And they said, Mr. Cooper, you know, Robert De Niro's here. I said, so? I said, we went, no pictures, because we're honoring Mickey Freeman, God bless him. And I said, well, I'm not going to bother the guys. But I passed by, I go, hi, Bobby, hello, everybody. No, man. Now I'm closing that show in the Friars. I said, ladies and gentlemen, before I say anything, get your cameras out and take a fucking picture of Robert De Niro in that fucking corner. Who the fuck is he to say we can't take a picture? What the fuck are you famous for, Bobby? Get up now. Get up. And they're clicking this son of a bitch into my fucking stove line. I said, he looks at me. I said, go over there, get a fucking autograph. What the hell are you a star for? You wait till you star them.
That's
And they
exactly
turned
what we were
around,
talking
no.
about earlier.
So,
Your
so the
fucking
show's
picture with
over. And I
Springsteen.
said, so Bobby comes over, he goes, how the fuck you do that? It's called talent, Bobby. Talent. I said, you crazy bastard. But you know something? It's wonderful. What the fuck are they got to be afraid? God, to Robert De Niro. He's just scared because you think there's something wrong with him. And he doesn't feel good. When I pointed, they all got up with the fucking camera. There was flashing all over the place. The fucking electric bill went up.
Take a picture with Bobby De Niro.
Yeah.
That's what we're talking about, right, Jimmy?
I yelled, get the fuck are you doing here? Get up, you son of a...
Oh, that's fucking
Give a
great.
fuck. I'll give you a fucking shit. How come you didn't do Rocky?
There's a lot of
fucking nuts.
There's a lot of words in this book.
A lot of words.
There's a lot of words in this book.
Huh?
A lot of words.
Do me a favor. Wait till the oral version comes out. Maybe you'll understand it better.
Are you going to do
you
that
like
version?
earphones.
Are you going to do that version?
Well, we're about 70% finished with that one.
That's a pain in the ass,
tough
right?
one.
That's very hard.
Not easy to do.
Yeah, see the guy behind me, Steve Guerin?
Yeah,
He's directed me through that. He goes, you didn't say the. What the fuck is wrong with the? Gotta say it, that's in the book, because you got assholes buy the book and buy the oral version, and if I don't match, I go, I'm cheated. He didn't put the in there. They're fucking nuts.
Come on. That's got to be great.
You see, you're in a fucking
yelling at
cocoon
you.
here. That's why. You're not in America.
No, we're not.
You're in a fucking prison in this fucking place.
Imagine popping that in to listen to the book like that, and Pat's just yelling at you.
Yeah.
Do you
buy my book? Go fuck yourself.
Yeah. Do you yell at the people, Pat?
I'm sorry?
Do you yell at the people?
Of course he does.
Do I what?
Do you yell
at the people?
No, to you
Does
it's
he?
yelling. To me, it's explaining.
And getting the sickness out.
No,
When
I
he does the
cannot
book on
say.
tape.
I cannot say. How are you? How's everything? In my house years ago, pass the macaroni. Where the fuck is the forks? Well, when I told her to put the fucking bread on. So now, my wife, God love her, came from a little town called Ashtabula. She never heard. She goes, can you pass the macaroni? I didn't fucking hear you, honey. What? She said, can you pass the macaroni? Say the fucking macaroni. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Scared the shit of that poor woman. 44 years with her.
How did you meet her?
I opened for her in a place called the Silver Edge in the Bronx. You know, and I
Was
got
she a singer?
Oh, could she sing? And a great-looking kid. And, you know, I was looking to get married again. I had one fucking problem. I said, it's enough already. But she saved my ass 44 years with this woman.
Wow.
And then she leaves the planet, and I'm like 8 years, and I'm walking around, and people say, you should have somebody to watch over you. Fuck you. I want to die alone. I was born, nobody was there clapping me. Here I am. Fuck you. But what happens if in the middle of the night, I fucking die? I got everything prepared. I got the blanket set, make sure, and I say at an angle. When I'm at a fucking angle, if I can't move my ass, it's dead. I'm fucking dead. Nobody wants to hear it. Nobody wants to hear it. It's a pleasure to get the fuck out of here. It's a fucking pleasure. I just paid $2.17 for fucking coffee. I could have went to Peru for that kind of fucking money. What a fucking bunch of gangsters out there. I come from the nickel cup of coffee, the 2 cents paper, the nickel Subway. Now it's going to be $2.50 to get no fucking where. For a nickel, we're going to Utah, for Christ's sake. Because nobody wants to go to Utah.
No one.
Nobody gives a shit. We become prisoners of ourselves. The fucking subways are jammed now, right? Now we say we're in a hole. When the fucking subways were empty, everybody was happy. OTB, OTB not even a fucking hole.
How is OTB in a hole? They're the only bookies that are losing money.
No, because whoever's behind it knows where the bodies are buried. So so they're all scared to say anything. He'll squeal on it. It's called a fucking rat.
You think there's a skim going on there?
There's a skim going on right now in the studio. What, are you kidding me? How the fuck you think you survived?
And the subway, the MTA,
they're full of shit.
They're losing money. How do you lose money on full?
They tell the people. The people don't say, show me. We say, well, I guess so. Not a dime, another 50 cents.
Where do you think that money's going? Where do you think? Where do you think that money's going?
The money's going to where the people who are running this fucking country want it to go.
Yeah.
Why are we in Afghanistan? Who the fuck is to go there? We're having trouble on 3rd Avenue. These fucking bully cocksuckers out there are beating up kids. What is this shit? We need a fucking army here. We got to infiltrate the infiltration here.
Yeah?
I'm scared at night. You know what? I carry a large key in my fucking hand. I go home at 2 o'clock after a show. I see anybody. I'm like, you're going to touch me, you motherfucker. Take your tongue out. I'm scared of my own fucking shadow. I never raised my hand to nobody. Never.
Key like it's 1940.
You're fucking right.
No, but Pat's a guy, though, that you wouldn't fuck with because he sounds crazy. Like, when Pat yelled at you, you would think that Pat has got a butcher knife in his... No one would fuck with Pat.
You know something? Some people misinterpret my intentions. I don't swim, but I jump in the water to help somebody. That's called fucking common sense. This is my delivery. Now they say Lou Black stole my delivery. He didn't steal my delivery. He's Lou Black. Stop busting balls. Don't compare comics. I mean, my friend Jimmy, he's Jimmy. I'm Pat. I mean, my days are fucking over.
No way.
Understand? Lisa Lampanelli, another fucking bargain, right? She writes in her book that she was so happy to be on the Jerry Lewis telethon. She mentioned everybody on the fucking dais, never mentioned me in the fucking book. I bought her book, she writes. You are my inspiration. How the fuck can I be your inspiration? You don't mention me at the Jerry Lewis roast that I close, you sick fuck. What the fuck is wrong with you? So I wrote, she wanted my book, I wrote, it's called Dignity. You don't have it.
Nice.
And they said, well, you shouldn't say that. Fuck them. How dare you fucking disrespect me? I break my ass for 50 years. I'm on a fucking dais. I close the fucking show. Everybody's scared shit. And she don't even mention me. Then she says the funniest people on the planet is Howard Stern and Rickles. I said, this fucking girl's got water on the fucking upper deck. No fucking question. I could say, Don Rickles, yes. Not Howard Stern's got a personality like a mongoose. Give me a fucking break. Shit. I love when they put, it's because he's Howard Stern or because he's Jesus Christ. They don't walk on fucking water. They're gonna fucking die like we do. They get prostate like we do. Who the fuck are they? That's why I said, how dare you say how dare me? Why can't I say Frank Sinatra? You're out of fucking order. Don't you disrespect me. They stare at you because it's never been told. All of a sudden he's going with that fucking booze. I says, do I tell a butcher how to cut fucking meat? Don't tell me how to be funny. Next. Then I wind up downtown with Joe Williams. I got 1,500 with Joe Williams. I got 1,000 with Sinatra. I'm sticking with Joe Williams. They go, yeah, but he's Frank Sinatra. I love his music. Fuck it. I told my mother and father, stop breaking my fucking balls. I can't tell Sinatra, stop breaking my balls. So Julie goes, you're not going to work on him no more. Fuck him. How's that grab you?
The original.
He says, well, that's a terrible. Fuck him.
The original
and
bridge
the wise
burner
guy
right
was
here.
in the dressing room, says to Frank, not him. You can't do it to him. I don't kiss his ass. I respect him. I love you. I respect you.
Thank you.
You know, I got no jealousy, so I wish you make $1 million a day. It has nothing to do with my life. But people worrying. See, if I'm worried about your career, they're fucking up mine.
Right.
And I respect. You can't respect that.
Hey.
Go, what does he mean by that?
What about us?
I've
you
had
respect
you enough.
us.
Let me tell you something. I'm glad you don't call me too often because the fucking thing is getting on my nerves. Because after this, I got to take a nap. I never had to take a nap until I do the show. And then at 4 in the morning, I get up and I got to take another nap.
Hey, we're talking about Pat
Put the fucking book down and talk about greatness. Fuck the book. It's going to sell anyway. It's going to be #1. Then you're going to beg me to come on here, and I want your kid on here.
I got a question about your book. Any mafia stories in the book? Oh, I see a big nod in the back of the room. Yeah,
All right, here's the mafia story.
Yeah, give me a mafia story.
Cosa Nostra.
Give us a nice,
want the story?
a nice sweet mafia
Mr.
story.
Happiness going to break my balls.
No, I won't break your balls, my friend.
Watch out, he's got
doing a
he's
wedding.
got stuff.
All right.
Yeah,
And they're going to give me 15 grand.
15 grand for a wedding.
You're doing a wedding.
And a wedding.
It's nice money.
Nice.
I'm a star. So I'm busting my balls. I turn around. The show's over. He gives me 10,000.
Yeah.
I said, "Jeez, I think you showed me 5." He goes, "Well, no, you gave it to the bride." I don't know the fucking bride. The best man gave her 1,000. Why the fuck am I giving her 5? It's don't be a wise guy. Just back off. You gave it to the bride. He didn't give it to the bride. The cocksucker put it in his pocket.
Sure.
So I had to shut up. I said, "All right," and I backed away. This is what you fuck. This is your own kind fucking you.
Wow. Yeah,
Every check I got bounced was from my own people. Every time I went to problem, my own people. And this is what they do. I'm in Chicago, you know you're with us. I'm in Boston, you know you're with us. I'm in fucking Rhode Island, you know you're with us. Who the fuck am I with? So I get in trouble in New York. I call up Boston. I says, Nick the Hook, Nick the Hook. He's bothered him. Well, he's with us. We can't do nothing. Make up your fucking mind. Who the fuck am I with?
Who am I with?
Then you get this shit. This is the shit of the wise guy. A bonamina. That means the guy died. You know, a bonamina died. Who the fuck is a bonamina? It's, Nicky, Sal, yeah, you remember him. I don't fuck, you gotta send a check. The cocksucker's dead. Why am I sending him a fucking check? The fucking guy is dead.
Who's getting the money if you're sending a dead guy a check?
They take it, they give you a cock.
Course.
They give you, what they do? Here's the great thing. When you're in the restaurant, I got the check. Now, after I finish fucking eating, I had a sandwich. If I knew you were getting a check, I'd have a fucking turkey.
So they said you gave $5,000 to the bride?
I gave nothing. That's what he said. It's in the book.
You gave 5 to the bride.
What would you do if he says, "What are you going to do about it?"
Yeah, what are you going to do?
What are you going to do, Jimmy?
You really can't do anything. Although you should make sure you tell the bride.
No, the bride was probably in, and they probably went $2,500 a piece.
If you fucking talked to the bride about that, they would
you
fuck
never.
you up.
Yeah, don't talk to the bride about
Well,
that.
you disrespect.
You got to do the right thing, Pat. That's why we love you. I'm going fucking broke.
End up with an ice pick in your neck.
I would tell the police.
Yeah, there you
That's
go.
why
Huh?
you're a rat. You're a rat. And they give the police 1,000.
The mob wouldn't bother me because I'm the biggest rat. I would just go right to the cops. I'm a fucking pussy. I'm a pussy.
No, but you know something? It's a thing that you grew up with.
Right.
That you're used to seeing and hearing it, and you turn around and say, "What am I going to do? What's wrong with 10 grand?" So you deposit the fucking thing, and then you guys, you're ready. The word's out on your cup. We love you. Where you going now? Someone, I'm going to go. I got to go to California. All right, here's a number. Give him a call. I ain't going to fucking call nobody in California. Do me a favor. The guy's one of your biggest fans. So you go, you call the guy. "Hello, Salvador. Hey, Pat, how are you? Right, come on, take you to dinner." He takes me to dinner. I get the check. He says, "You see what your problem is? You're a two-got-it." That's what's a two-got-it. Listen to this shit. He says, "You say I got it." Then he says, "I got it." And then you say, "I got it." Then you're a two-fucking-got-it. This is why I'm going fucking broke. I'm a two-got-it.
You only should be a one-got-it.
This is what you do. That's why.
One-got-it.
Here's what you do.
Yeah.
First time you go, "I got it." Now, when he says, "I got it," don't say nothing. Inside that guy went, "Did you say something, Pat?" Didn't say a fucking word. Two-got-it. I swear to you. They beat you all fucking day.
Two-got-it. I like it.
All right, Jerry Vale takes 7 people out to dinner. He gets complimented.
Yeah.
Mayota guy, Tony Fields, Sergio Frankie, the big mob at the Riviera. He goes, "I got the check." Now we know he's getting comped. He signs it. Comes over to me. "You give the tip. $280 fucking dollars. I gave the fucking tip to get a free dinner with this fucking guy." That's the kind of people, they stay awake figuring, who can I fuck tomorrow? And they see my face, it comes up automatically. I don't think he liked me, this guy here.
Oh, Danny?
He left. Yeah,
He took a nap.
No, I think he's shitting.
Don't you have commercials anymore?
Oh, you want to take a break?
Huh?
I want to take a
Don't you have any
break.
commercials here?
Oh.
We do have a couple, yeah.
All right, we'll take a break.
Yeah, we take a quick break.
I got to pee anyway.
Yeah, what's the plug?
Let me give the book signing, though. The great Pat Cooper. Tonight will be at the Borders Books in Columbus Circle. It's in the Time Warner building. Pat's just a fucking crazy person live. 7 o'clock tonight. Go there, get your book signed. This was a book that Pat spoke out and then was just transcribed. So this is all Pat's real words. And
Go to Amazon.
Go to Amazon.
You
Go
know
to
why?
Amazon.
You'll save a few dollars. I mean it.
Yeah.
Go to Amazon. It's a
That's
great
the
book.
goddamn computer.
I can't do it.
Well, it's Amazon.
I can't do it.
Amazon if you don't have a
I can't do it.
computer.
I got my son-in-law who does it.
Yeah.
Yes, and that's enough. He knows how to. I got an accountant who counts my fucking money.
Right.
And I got people that do their job. I don't do your job.
You just got to shit, piss, and breathe.
That's what else is there? What else is there?
It seems like you're a happy guy. As long as you're pissing, shitting, and breathing, you're all
I got
right.
a place in Florida. I got a place in New York. I'm healthy, thank God. I got a few dollars. Where the fuck am I going? I mean, I come here. You're nice enough to invite me. I come here. I try to be. I try to contribute. I'm not being funny. To contribute to me is important. I walk right into that.
Oh, you really did. Dick first.
We finally got him.
Can I
And he
tell you
smiled,
something?
too, on top of
Hey, not bad. 1 out of 1,000.
More with Pat Cooper. Stay there.
The Opie and Anthony Show on the Virus. Sirius XM.
How lucky can one guy be?
He can't hear this.
Big Bob.
Pat Cooper can't hear this.
Like the fella once said, ain't that a kick in the head?
He's just entertaining the
He
room.
got Pat turns it down. He'll give me. He says that's Coop. He's bribing you up a fucking wall. Don't believe that. I says, Billy, you went over there. I said, let me ask you something, Billy. If George Burns said it to you, you would go, oh, that's funny. If Milton Berle said it to you, oh, that's fucking funny. I, a fucking genius, you don't want to fucking know because my culture is the shit this society. You have to walk away.
We talked through the entire break, by the way.
Fuck him.
Keeping track at home.
Good.
Pat Cooper's here. His new book is How Dare You Say How Dare Me? And it's basically one very, very long sentence.
Thank you, Bubby.
You're welcome.
Listen to me.
There's one
Listen to
period
me.
in this entire book.
Opie,
Yes, what happened?
I want you people to know that I did all the talking on this damn thing, but my friend Rich Heischlach did the printing, and Steve Guerin did the directing, and the three of us are partners, and I got the best two guys in the world, Rich Heischlach, a wonderful man, and Steve. And Jack Martling is at the duplex. Please, you people who want semi-comedy, I would advise you to go to the duplex and say, why is he here? He's not only a nice guy, but the jokes, I don't want to say nothing, are being stolen by people who can't talk. This is it. But Jackie, I love you. You're going to have a great crowd tonight, but not in your place in the subway, because it's time for people to go home. God bless you, Jackie.
Jackie the
nice
joke
guy.
now. Where's he?
Only guy that asked for macaroni at the Stage Deli.
Yeah.
That's when I know that guy's
really?
off a mountain somewhere.
When is Jackie performing? I don't even know. When?
Saturday. I'm not doing a show to advertise everybody's life.
Yeah, what are you doing?
I don't know what you're doing, man.
I know.
This
Why
is
am
your
I only on a
time.
half
It's your
an hour?
time. Your time.
Where's my lawyers? What time is that already?
Nobody advertises my Poughkeepsie dates this Friday, Saturday. Bananas Comedy Club.
No one had to.
Bananas in
Can I
Poughkeepsie.
tell you something? I'm a big hit then.
I know
Don't
you are.
drop my name, I'll get an ovation. Before you work Poughkeepsie, you got to make a novena. Because it's been closed for 42 years. So when you go on when you go on Saturday or Tuesdays,
Friday, Saturday.
you're gonna pack them in.
I'll do good.
If there's a crowd on the outside, they're looking for freebies. That's great. Are you driving up yourself?
With me and Kenny will go up, yeah.
You're going with somebody?
Yeah, I bring a
Well,
friend.
they pick me up. I don't want to say nothing. They do. I just want you to get all the benefits that you deserve. Unbelievable. No, I want people to be treated the way I'm treated. You know, when I'm the headliner of a show, if I got a bottle of whiskey, the opening act gets a bottle of whiskey. I do. I stand by it. I say, because I went through that shit.
Yeah.
I work with the big stars. They got champagne. They got apples. They got this. I got all gods. All I got is flies from his fucking basket. So I turn around one time and I bought my own whiskey, and Jerry goes, how come you got whiskey? I say, I fucking bought it. That's how I got it. Fucking people, jealous bastards. Sick fucking guys. That's why I say death is wonderful. Get rid of these fucks.
I hear the outtakes from the audio book that you do.
Yeah.
Are hysterical.
What'd you say? Where'd you hear him?
Because your friend that was
You heard
talking
him
about
already?
that. No, he said they're very funny though. Because you're
Well, why don't you buy them,
you're
you cheap
losing your
bastard?
mind. I would love to get access to your outtakes.
Would you really?
Yeah, we want to
All
play
right,
your
I'll tell you
outtakes.
what, I'll be
That
here
shit.
2011 this time. You fucks never put me on in the morning. This is an afternoon shit. Nobody listens to this shit. Why are you trying to make me an unknown? You're like the Italians, you know. Don't get too fucking cocky. I'm here 52 fucking years. They go, you know, you could end it tomorrow, so don't think you're fucking smart. I'm 52 fucking years in the business.
You're already in.
Yeah, you're in, I think, at this point.
And all these young assholes who call themselves comic, who ain't got a fucking flow, they don't get it. What they're doing is they're not doing their craft. All they want to do is talk about shit that don't mean nothing. You understand?
Like who?
You.
That hurts.
Full blast.
That hurts.
Oh shit!
You know, it's wonderful. You live on my street also, huh?
Yeah, I haven't seen you in the neighborhood
Because
lately.
I got fucking things to do, Opie. I go shopping, I go downtown. I'll give you one better. The Delicatessen on Mott Street. The Palos, one of the best delis in the country. Ready? Bought 100 books.
Yeah?
I will sign them December 12th. Anybody buys $100, I'll go there naked and sign it. That's what you call balls. Those are my good Italian friends. And then they give you free cheese. What the fuck more do you want?
Free cheese.
This guy's in a clothes. Is he all right? Anybody that wears a fucking hat means he wants to leave any minute now. Yeah, God bless you. Good guy. See, you go with him?
Yeah.
That's a smart move. You don't take your lady, do you?
No.
Never take your lady.
No, because then you argue and it fucks up the show.
Never take your lady. Never.
No, to your show?
You know what I used to tell my wife? When I was a bricklayer, did you come on the wall? Now what the fuck you doing in my dressing room? Am I right?
You're right.
You're completely right.
You know what it is?
I don't do the stand-up. Jimmy does. So, Jimmy would know.
This is good therapy for you three guys.
Yeah, why?
Because I have high respect for you. I love you guys. And I know I'm not going to be seeing you till at least hopefully I'll be alive next year. You know, and it's not like I got to do this shit. I don't got to do it. See, you need me. I don't fucking need this. This is the beauty part. If you never brought me on again, that's a fucking. I'll go on another show and badmouth you.
That's what happens, right?
You know, I'm Mr. Badmouth, not you, because you're a fucking. You're a semi, but watch out.
Thank
you're
you.
about ready to break out.
Thank you.
I'm telling you, man. I've been watching you.
Yeah.
It'll shake you on the home box, but it'll be fine. I did the home box. I just found out something. I did home box 1980. Wow. They're selling it now in Best Buy. 1980. And there's a big carpet behind me when I'm doing home box, and it says, the name of the club. The guy would not take the fucking thing down. I said, you're getting paid for me to do this in home box. Take the goddamn. He wouldn't take it down. So I'm talking, and you're looking at a carpet behind me.
Ugh.
That's the fucking Italians that don't belong in my fucking business.
Ah, shit.
Next case. What else?
Are you getting money from the DVD
No,
sales?
I don't want money. Fuck them.
No.
Give me a sandwich, something to hold on, a carpet, a fucking pair of shoes. Money don't mean shit, because everything is tax.
Oh, yeah.
All right. I just moved to Florida. Why? Because I couldn't refuse. This guy sold me a 2-bedroom for $35. I couldn't fucking refuse.
$35.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And it cost me $250 to put the pipes in and the fucking windows and everything. So when they say, boy, you saved money. I saved nothing. Then you got to put tile on with carpets before the tile goes on in case you're a tap dancer. I don't fucking tap dance, but it's a fucking law. It's a law.
It's a law.
In other words,
Did you know this?
if I got high heels and a woman downstairs hears it, they tear up the floor and they put a carpet and then they retile it. That's the shit I got. And everybody talks there very quiet. Good morning, how's everything? What? Good morning, how's everything? Listen, why don't you fucking die and stop wasting space in this fucking world? I can't fucking hear you. That's not a mushroom in my ear. It's a fucking hearing aid. What are you yelling for? Don't whistle in the elevator. It's bad luck. Fuck you. That's it.
Is it bad luck to whistle in an elevator?
I don't give a fuck. I don't give a shit. Everything's bad luck. Don't do this. I'm a horoscope. Fuck your horoscope. I love a guy goes, I got a horoscope says I'm going to hit something. Yeah, you're going to hit a fucking truck. That's what you hit. Why are you looking for free advice? There's no free advice. There's a spirit out there. And if you got a spirit in your soul, that's where you are. When you're born a dog, you can't die a cat. Remember those fucking words. When a guy says, Pat, I changed. You're full of shit. You're a fucking dog and you're trying to die a cat. You're a prick. That's it. Prick. That's it.
Can't change.
They don't understand.
Yeah.
You understand it?
I understand.
They don't understand.
Life
We're just
lessons.
a pack of ants here. That's all.
What are you doing whispering to me on the radio?
What is he doing, Pat? What are you doing?
What are you doing?
He's getting too comfortable, Pat.
He's whispering to me on the radio.
He's getting too comfortable. What?
What did he do? He kissed you on the radio?
He's whispering to me.
He's whispering sweet nothings.
He's lonely. Yeah, that's what he said. Nothing.
What was he whispering, Jimmy?
No, I don't want to listen.
What do you want to fucking what?
I'm listening to Pat. I don't want to listen.
We're enjoying Pat Cooper.
What does
Not
the
the
man
guy
want?
with the mustache.
He's whispering. He's going, Jim.
Well, sir, what were you saying?
Doing a movie deal.
Doing a movie?
You're doing a movie, Pat.
What movie?
Exactly.
He's like,
Pat
what
doesn't
movie?
even know.
I'm going to be on Slides next Thursday. That's what I'm going to be.
Slides.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to be.
Is that what he was
I'm
telling
looking
you,
at this
Jimmy?
fucking thing sells. I'll be happy. And I tell you right now, it's a great book. And I swear to God, on my grandkids who I love dearly, you're going to take a trip on this fucking book and say, Pat nailed it. It's comedic. It's pathos. It's everything. It's just nice. I'd like this to be a movie, but, you can't play me because you don't have that Italian fucking thing.
Who would you like to play a young Pat Cooper?
Young Pat Cooper, he's not born yet.
No? He's not born yet?
No, he's not born yet. He's not born yet.
There's got to be an actor that could play you in a movie.
He's in the belly trying to get out 2 months early.
That's going to be a movie that's coming out in a long time then, because he's got 18
It doesn't
years.
matter. It's make a great fucking movie because it says something. What's the one word? Dignity. And if you look at television every day and radio, you'll hear radio. What are they talking about? Don't let bullies bullshit you. You have a dignity. You have a fucking character. Don't fucking threaten me, you asshole, because you're not going to win. Let me see what you're going to do. You better fucking kill me, pal, because if you don't kill me, I'm going to get you, and I'm not a fucking fighter. Fuck you. That's what it is. That's what it is.
People
See?
call you a bully, though.
Huh?
People have called you a bully through your career.
No, I wish all were bullies like me. I got no fucking money. A guy cries to me, "Mister, can you give me a couple of dollars? I want to eat." I said, "Come here, I'll take you in a restaurant." Fuck you, and he walks.
Well, he wants maybe a drink.
No, that's okay. If he said to me, "I want a drink," I said, "Come on, I'll buy a Remy Martin." They're out of Dean Martin.
Remy Martin. Remy Martin. Wow.
I drink that once in a while when my balls don't move.
Yeah, I think a little Remy Martin.
Remy Martin, your balls will
loosens you
move.
up.
Everything will move. It's wonderful. It's good when you got a cold. I swear to you, it's great.
Yeah.
It makes you go to sleep nicely. Then when you wake up, you don't know who the fuck you are for about a half an hour. But it's great. It's a great drink once in a while when I got a cold. I love it. It's a good. Whoever out there, send me a case.
Have you been threatened before? You've been threatened in the years you've been doing it, right?
I was threatened. Jesus Christ. It's in the book. I was threatened they're going to fucking beat the shit out of me and fucking kill me. A guy turned around and signed my name on my check. Okay.
Oh, shit.
And he goes to the wise guys. And I get a call. And I happen to know that guy as he called. And we met in a restaurant. And oh, to God. And we're all sitting there. The restaurant's empty. Only us 6 people.
Wait, he signed your check? I'm not sure. What do you mean? You had a check that was made out to you?
I was mailed to me. And the guy got it first. He signed it. And it was $10,000. He signed it. Now, get this. I turn around, I'm there with my wife, there's 6, 7 of us, and in comes this guy who signed my check with his wife. The wise guy turns around, gets up, and smacks this guy in the fucking face and punches him in the fucking nose, breaks his nose, and the blood comes down on my shirt and on my wife's dress. He's your motherfucker. You do this to our paisan. You fucking sign your name on his fuck. I'll fucking bury you. I'm going, let's forget about it. It's not even fucking worth it. Please don't do that. I'm scared. I'm scared, all right? This is the coup de grace. He goes, I'll tell you, fuck, I'll fucking get... He says, I'll pay you, Pat. I said, okay. So my lawyer says, get the 10 first. And then I said, I trust them. Wrong. I said, all right. I didn't press charges. Never got the fucking 10. Never got the fucking 10. And that cocksucker, right? They found him in a fucking trunk.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, they were my 10. No, I'm serious. That's a true story. I mean, when you see a guy hit a guy, if there's women there, blood's on your fuck. My wife comes from a small town. She goes, what happened to us? I says, we got to get the fuck out of here.
We got to get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, because, we're not those tough. We're not tough guys. I'm not a tough guy.
But they
if
found
the guys just step outside and go, why do you want to hit, you sick fuck? Why do you want to hit me? If I'll make you laugh before you throw the first punch, you're going to make me laugh? Yeah. I'm going to do James Cagney for you. You dirty rat. You're not going to do it. Yeah, no, just upset them. Get their fucking, say, geez, my tempo is all fucked up. This guy wants to do Cagney when I want to kick the shit out of him. That's my defense.
Holy shit.
I'm not a tough guy. Tough guys, you know where they are? And here's the fucking coup de grace. They're all fucking rats. They became cocksuckers, fucking rat on each other, and they tough guys. I'm a tough guy because I wouldn't rat on nobody. Mind my fucking business, go about my life. These guys are in jail ratting on each other, and they call themselves tough. They're the fucking lowest bullies in the world. Why? And who do they make suffer? What? Oh, here's the funny thing. This is the coup de grace. Many years ago, a woman, Italian woman, goes to the judge. Your Honor, please don't electrocute my son. He's a good boy. And the judge goes, he killed 9 fucking people, lady. When the fuck was he a good boy? Are you fucking nuts? But he didn't mean he has eye trouble. He ain't got fucking eye trouble. He whacked out 9 people. All right? But please, with your permission, can I bring him a macaroni? Fuck the macaroni! Why didn't this wise guy say, I miss my mother's macaroni? Why didn't you say that when you were fucking out of jail, you sick fuck? What do you want before you die? My mother's macaroni. She's dead. I don't give a fuck. Dig her up. You understand? What is fucking wrong with tough guys?
We
I want
understand.
Mama's macaroni. You killed 35 fucking people. What kind of fucking people want to kill people?
Well,
it's fucking
you know,
sick, man.
In that business.
That's not a business. Look at this guy. How he cleaned it up. It's a business now. Right? Now you got to pay dues.
It's a business. You know, family business.
I tell you, I backed away. I never asked for favors. I went about my business. I don't want to be bothered. So if they say something to me, back can you show up and say a few words? I say it. And there's another thing that kills me. Patty, yeah, you know, it's Tommy. Hey, Tommy, guess who died? Who died? He says, you know, the WAP. The WAP died? Yeah. Who's the fucking WAP? What do you want to do? Send a little money for the woman. Then I find out the mother's dead. So I send a check, $200, all right? Now, my wife died, never heard from them. Motherfuckers never called and said my condolences. You know, not a fucking word. Not a word. They say, we're having a memorial for Chuck to Charlie. Chuck to Charlie? What's a memorial? So we say a few words. He's fucking dead. He can't fucking hear me. But, you know, when you go to the fucking church, you know, and you got to get up and say, and I always loved Chuck was a good guy. He wasn't a fucking good guy. Then they found out he had homosexual things there. So what do? They said, forget the fucking mention him. He's a fucking fag. So there you go. There you go. I mean, how the fuck do you live a life like this? Christ almighty. But that's what it is. But my people, 99 3/4 of my people are they're the best. They're the best. I mean, we never had prejudice. Never years ago. We got along with each other. Every Friday, I swear, we had Chinese people over the house for dinner every Friday.
No way.
And to make them feel at home, my mother put a message in the
wrong
ravioli.
insights for the Chinese, though.
The true story.
What's up with the
We got
the
along
Chinese
years
are
ago.
okay. I thought you weren't supposed to eat the Chinese.
Not me.
You don't have Chinese
you had
I just said to you, my mother put a message in the ravioli. They didn't cook fucking Chinese, you sick fuck.
I was confused.
Never heard of a fortune
Get out of here,
ravioli.
they're going to kill you. The Jamesons are my closest friends. I love them. You tell them. Is Harlan going to be there?
Yes.
Just say Pat said he loves you.
Hey, just having a conversation with Jimmy.
Oh, all right. What was
Don't
he talking-
forget Jack Martling at the Duplex Saturday.
All right.
I just heard he got canceled. No, he didn't. I'm only kidding. I'm only kidding.
This book looks like it's going to be a hit.
Yeah, Pat Cooper. How dare you say, how dare me?
Yeah, thanks, guys.
That's
I love
at
you.
Barnes & Noble, barnesandnoble.com.
Signings
And
tonight, by the way.
Amazon. Go to Amazon.
Get it on Amazon and signing. Borders Books, 10
Tonight.
Columbus Circle tonight, 7 p.m.
That's the Time Warner building.
Yes.
And it's in that little mall in there, and it's a great place for a signing because all these you don't have to stand outdoors at all.
Just stand at Columbus Circle. When you hear Pat, follow his yelling. And you'll find the sign.
I'm going there now. I don't take any chances. I go on the corner. God, this is so funny. I like to come here. It's like therapy.
That's
You know, they were going to cancel you, but I did the show. You're good for another 3 days.
Thanks. We have you to blame. Thanks.
Pat would be very entertaining to see at a book signing. Pat, because you know he's going to fuck with everybody.
Oh, you know it.
It's going to be a very entertaining event.
How does he get his energy, Jimmy?
I don't know. He's just
Ask Pat, 'cause he
Pat's a guy
can't hear
that's born
me.
with that. He's one of those guys that's just born with that energy.
You've always had this energy, Pat.
Well, years ago, they said you was a retard. My father goes, there's something wrong, he'd speak out of turn. But if you were Italian and you sang off key, another Caruso. But if you were funny, because Italians were not known to be funny, they thought you made a fool of yourself when you said something at the table. But if you were Jewish, you said something funny, another Milton Berle. That's the difference of culture. See? When you study that. Because when I grew up and watched comics, they were all Jewish guys. Great. Shecky Green, Milton Berles were great. All of them, Jack Benny's, they were all Jewish. I mean, it's in their DNA. They dynamite with the comedic flow. I don't see much flow today with some of the comics. They don't have a flow, a rhythm. See, we become like jazz guys, jazz comics. You know, he's got it, I think. I don't know. He hums.
He's got it. No doctor can cure it either.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, your father, there's a picture of Pat's dad. It's cool because he talks about his father. And did he ever see you perform, or did he die before you performed, or he saw
He
you?
says, I don't know what he does. Keep your union card.
Oh, really?
Because they never saw a check $25,000 for one night. I didn't make that in a year when I was laying bricks.
Right.
And he left there, he goes, don't get too cute. He did a lot of neck movement, my father. We never served him soup. Never. He used to talk that way. If the wind was blowing on his hat, the hat never fell off because he had a certain rhythm with his head. Everybody's losing a fucking umbrella. Everybody's losing his shoes. He's going, I go, Dad, what's the matter your hat don't fall? Because I have a rhythm. It's called Italian rhythm. And fucking one time he missed his mountain stabbed the waitress. And we had to set up.
That took me a second. He missed his mouth.
He's moving his head.
Yeah, because he always moves his head. You know.
Oh, here he comes again.
Thank you.
Look at him hovering like impending.
He's like a scent.
You should grab his fucking shirt collar and smash a bottle into his face like in Goodfellas.
He just leaned in and put the book upside down in front of me.
Yeah.
What's the one? Is this
The
yours?
quotes.
I
No,
want you to see the quotes,
What the fuck is he doing?
I don't know.
Why
What do you
no?
want?
Why no picture with Frank
How did he
Sinatra
get
in the
in
book?
here?
Yeah, you got. I want him to see the quotes.
Hey, what do you want?
Here's a great quote. That guy's annoying, Jim Norton.
There's your quote.
Mother of
Any
Where's the Frank Sinatra picture?
do you have a Sinatra picture or no?
Huh?
No Sinatra picture? Picture with Sinatra?
No.
Had you ever gotten one?
I wouldn't take a picture because after what I told him, that was the end of me.
That was the end of it, yeah.
No, but you know something? Every time he saw me, he hugged me. How you doing, Pat? I said, I'm fine, Frank. And a wise guy who was very close to Frank said, Frank, you can't do that to this guy. This guy, you better, he's just that kind of guy. He said, don't tell him how to be funny. I don't tell you to sing, Frank. Don't tell me how to be funny. You don't tell a butcher how to cut the fucking veal cutlets. And they looked at me because no one's ever said that. I mean, Pat Henry, God love him, was with him 14, 15 years. And Tom Drees, another wonderful guy. But you know something? They idolize him so much that they forgot who they are. They didn't promote their comedy. They didn't promote how great they are. They said, I'm with Frank, I'm with Frank, I'm with Frank, I'm with Frank, I'm with Frank. What the fuck is that? How dare you? How fucking dare you not be an individual? You can respect the guy and say, I love that guy, he's wonderful. How are you? I never took a picture. I never went to his dressing room. I never hung out with him. I do. I finished the job. I went home. They go, don't you hang out with Frank? I don't hang out with my wife, and I'm married to her. She's got her own fucking room. Why? Because she wants to get laid in the dark. I can't see in the fucking dark. I mean, give me a fucking break.
How hard were those gigs, opening for Sinatra? Were they easy or hard gigs?
I'm shitting in my pants with nerves. I got Count Basie, who did a half hour before me with that fucking band. Ladies and gentlemen, I know, come up, and I go out. And I'm talking for 5 minutes, and they're staring at me. And Phil Harris, I don't know if you remember Phil Harris. He goes, bring the man on. And I said, what's the matter, Phil? You can't get a girl? And I broke it up.
Shit.
And Alice Faye, who was his wife, I went, you'll never know just how much I love you. That was a famous song. I said, what a pair of balls. I'm a young kid, scared shit. Bring on the man. We went backstage. I said, let me some you prick. How the fuck can you try to upset me? Who'd you guys? You're a prick. Phil Harris, you're a fucking prick. I said, I'm working with Sinatra. I'm shitting in my pants. And then Frank says, take this out. I know the fuck am I here? Why the fuck am I here? And they go, this guy's fucking nuts. No, I'm not nuts. You ain't going to do that to me. I give a fuck who you are. Then they backed away. And every night I worked, nobody said a fucking word. I swear to God. But you know something? It was the toughest 58 shows I ever did.
Yeah.
Because I felt I wasn't wanted. And I said to Frank, I'll leave tomorrow. But please, don't tell me how to fuck. You're taking out a piece of my fucking... The only thing I'm getting a laugh. You want to take out my the and my about and who? How the fuck could you do that? He didn't. I swear he didn't know. He's looking at me and Jilly was behind me. And my friend Louis said, Frank, not this guy. This guy ain't going to take that. You can't do that to this guy. That's unfair. They're waiting for you. And that 58 fucking shows. And when that was over, I went downtown with Joe. And everybody made fun of Joe Williams. Yeah, fucking went downtown after Sinatra. You fucking dumb cocksucker. A few years later, Stevie, did he go downtown? Sinatra goes downtown. Oh, now yours are all cocksuckers. When I went downtown, I was a prick, a piece of shit. Yours are all fucking losers. Frank went downtown, and Frank went to fucking hell. You said, oh, follow him. I ain't follow him. Fuck all of yous. Victor Moon, another guy. And everybody, we're with Frank. We're with fucking Frank. Where's Victor Moon now? He's selling fucking umbrellas on the fucking beach of Miami. Fuck all of yous, cocksuckers. I stand up to people, and you call me a prick. Fuck you.
What did Sinatra say to you? What did he say to you? Not to do certain things? Did he say...
He took out a thing about the Saints. I said... I was only getting laughs on that fucking little story. The Saints, my mother turned the Saints upside down. So I said, Julie, why didn't Frank tell me that? And I knocked on the door and I started fucking screaming. I said, then that prick's turning around. Get bring on the guy. Fucking Phil Harris, drunken cocksucker that he was. Fucking drunk. What do you call it? You're a prick. Okay? You're a prick. And Alice Faye standing there says, Phil, leave it alone, Phil. Yeah, Phil, fuck. So I figure I'm going to get fired.
And then you think, I don't let things go.
Frank's mother said, that's your friend.
This is 40, 50 years ago.
That's your friend.
Like it
not
happened
those
yesterday.
gavons that you hang out with.
Gavon.
That's what she said. That's a couple of weeks later when she heard the story, she says, Bashka, God bless you. You got a dignity. That's what you got. I said, well, I'm not trying to do anything wrong. You're dead right. And my son should know better to tell you what to do with the tools. You got the tools.
And he kept you on, or that was the end of it?
No, but it wasn't even keeping me on. It was so fucking bad. I went on. I wanted my 20 minutes. I want to get the fuck out of there.
Yeah.
It was poison to me. But I finished the engagement, and 3 days later, down the fucker with Joe Williams. And I work with the biggest stars. Jimmy, the biggest stars, Ella Fitzgerald, Nat King Cole, what the fuck you got? They were wonderful to me. How are you, Pat? Welcome to the show. Well, thank you. I want to fucking cry. And these cocksuckers turn around, take this out, take that out. How fucking dare you? Tell a fucking plumber to fuck his pipes.
How dare you say, how dare me?
That's why I got the book like that. And remember, the next book, I'm going to tell you what's the next book.
What's the next
born a
book?
dog, you can't die a cat. Remember that.
Fuck, Pat, you rule. You love the Pat Cooper.
And in my comedic
you can't hear me.
world, they don't respect me.
Comedians do.
No, I'm bringing out a point. Never did the comedy festival. Why? What the fuck did I do wrong? Why? When they had it up in Canada, when they had it here, nobody would pick up the phone and say, get Pat Cooper. You know why? Because they know I'm going to fucking destroy them.
Mm-hmm.
One way or the other. If I bomb, I'm going to be fucking great. Because nobody bombs like me. I'm the best bomber in the fucking world. I went to bomb school. Everybody was fucking breaking my balls. How dare you fucking say that to me? Who the fuck are you? I told my father. I said, he goes, you know, you ain't eating here 6 o'clock. It's 1 minute after. Open the fucking door or kick it down. I couldn't kick my fucking ass down. He goes, so from now on, it's 6 o'clock we eat. All right, stop breaking my fucking balls. Then I go sitting down there and the macaroni's missing. He goes, you see, you're late. All right, today that's called fucking abuse. Years ago it was called raising your children.
Right.
That's the fucking difference. Years ago there was dignity, character. And if you don't like it, get it. I say, why is the dipper always facing you? He said, get him married and get your own fucking dipper. That's what my old man told me. He said. I said, where's the dessert? Put your hands underneath the pasta. If you find ice cream, that's the fucking dessert. But your hand is going to get wet.
But he was a saint.
Who?
Your father.
A saint.
You've told us he was a saint in the bathroom.
He says a lot of things that I put in his mouth. If he said that, he would be at the Radio City Music Hall getting big money.
Yeah, no saint again.
You're going to play that next.
I don't know. That's too many seats.
Make sure I'm in there.
You know, Pat, I would love to sit here all day and chat with you.
Goodbye.
But I'm fucking done.
Fuck you. Goodbye. I don't need this shit.
Fuck you. Goodbye.
That should be your book.
I hope your fucking bird walks with a limp.
That's going to be his right there on the headstone. Fuck you, goodbye.
Thanks for having me. I love you guys.
Pat
You know
Cooper,
that.
Thank you,
No,
sir.
thank
best,
you.
and
Thank you.
Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye, fucking world.
We're closing out.
Yeah,
Friday morning, 10 o'clock, Borgata tickets on sale. Myself, Jim Brewer, David Tell, Bill Burr for January 16th, Sunday night before Martin Luther King's birthday.
Very good.
And Pat Cooper's book, obviously.
Yes.
And
Those are funny quotes.
Yeah, no, I know.
we know a guy with weird mustache.
What is that? Maury.
Jimmy, I love
Maury's
you.
Thank
Wigs.
you, Pat.
He's Maury from Maury's Wigs, and he should have the same fate. An ice pick to the back of the head.
Could you sign my book?
Oh,
That's it.
God.
Yeah, this one. That's okay. I'll get one, too. I'll take this, though. This is fine.
No, we'll get you a hardcover. But, you know, I keep these because...
Oh, shut up.
Oh, Jesus.
Just enough already.
All right.
Yeah, good stuff.
Thank you, Pat.
Page 122 is the unsolved murder.
Thank you.
What happened?
Oh, many times.
122 is the
Many times.
unsolved murder.
122 is the unsolved murder.
I want my money.
And in this one,
I want my money. It was my caper. It was my caper. I want my money.
the real names are on this one.
Dude, there's a story in here about an unsolved murder.
Really?
It doesn't say it's unsolved.
Pat, did he kill somebody? Did he kill somebody?
This is the guy who's
Did you kill somebody?
These guys, huh?
Did you kill somebody?
What?
I don't know. He's telling me about an unsolved murder in the book or something.
I killed somebody.
That's what he just told me.
I killed him here today. Did you say I killed somebody?
No, I said there's an unsolved
You
murder.
motherfucker.
I told him there's the Frankie Flowers story.
Oh, I don't want to talk that.
Oh, no, I don't want to tell him, but that's the one they were talking about.
They killed that guy in the trunk. It's a true story.
True story, yeah.
Fuck it.
See, you forgot. You
Take
had a hat
care.
on.
Kiss the baby, Bubby.
I will, man. We'll see you in the neighborhood, Pat Cooper.
I used to be a children.
Yeah.
Anthony,
Sorry.
it's been a pleasure.
Pat, thank you, sir. You take care, huh?
They're out of
God
here.
bless.
Everybody loves Chippy Cacciatore.
Pat's the greatest.
I don't know
Holy
how he
shit.
goes through life that way.
I'm exhausted.
I've seen him on the street. It's not an act.
I'm
He's like that, just
exhausted.
walking around.
Holy shit. Now we're supposed to sit in a fucking meeting?
I guess.
Pat made more sense than that meeting is going to.
I did speak to Blatter.
Yeah.
And he explained certain things.
I don't want to hear it.
And I feel a little bad.
Do you?
I do.
Oh,
they got to.
Just a little.
A little bit.
Yeah. Did they
let's
brainwash you?
Let's cancel the meeting.
Yeah, let's do that.
I think everyone listening in on the radio should know. What you're hearing is just nonsense. 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 What you're hearing is just nonsense.
The Opie and Anthony Show. The Opie and Anthony Show. On the Virus, Sirius XM.